Does he play with paws?
I do not know.
If I got lost by a guy who's wearing, if I got lost to a guy who was wearing paws, that'd make me really reconsider what I was doing.
We got literally Stormy was texting me, but my phone was down and out of the way, and Alec kept getting calls, and he kept ignoring them. We were just pretty much ignoring everybody that was trying to tell us chat was down.
That's hilarious.
So now I've got this up just in case we need it. But,
yeah. Well, no.
We'll just pop that there. We'll just move it. See if it pops up, then I can close this. If not,
you can just cover our faces because someone might give us an oh hi or something.
That's true.
Boom. That's great. We know we look good.
Of course.
Yeah, we do. For now.
Only gonna look better, you know. That pump going.
Is that gonna work though? Because when you click material, isn't the whole chat gonna go away?
Yeah, it's kind of it's annoying. It's annoying.
Wonderful.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wonderful.
Yep. I mean, I guess we could throw a chat over there, but then we're not watching what it's annoying. I'm not. There's no way around it. It's not a good situation. It's not the worst situation, but it ain't a good situation. You know what I'm saying?
I really want to play Mortal Kombat right now.
I just realized.
You know what? I can tomorrow, and I can take. You know what? If I get the Xbox version, Brent, I can just take it up north with me too. Because the family up north, they got an Xbox.
It's true.
Forgot what. Because it's my mom's boyfriend's Xbox.
So you gonna pre-order it today then?
I'm gonna have to. It's the only logical step.
That's all that makes sense.
I gotta do it.
No, you really don't have a choice in the matter.
Although, the store closes at 9.
You can do physical?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to save $12 by doing it.
You can pre-order online and then pick it up.
I could. And that's the only way that'll guarantee they put my sticker on there.
Yep.
So no one sells my copy. Not that the copy's probably going to sell out. I'm sure you got plenty of them, yeah?
Not a crazy amount because we don't have many boxes. Yeah.
You know, that's a game that I think if you were to say, hey, that's what's coming out in, I don't know, if it would have come out months ago, maybe maybe February, I might have gotten like one of the special editions of that game. Mm-hmm. That's definitely a game I would consider.
But now that you know Borderlands is on the horizon,
I know
you
it's
need
tough.
$600 to get your edition or whatever it costs.
That's right.
You might as well keep
spend
that
all
money.
my money.
You
So I'm
keep
just
the
like,
money
I
close.
gotta pinch some pennies.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tough. But you know, I'm probably gonna end up getting the season pass for this game if I end up playing it enough. Mm-hmm. I played probably through 3 of the DLC packs on Injustice. I hopped in, played the 4th, but I didn't play like consistently through all of it.
What is the DLC pack on Injustice? Is it more story?
No,
apparently
it's the exact same. They give you 3 characters and
gotcha.
That's it. Tutorials.
Apparently, hey, peace
It appears to be working.
We're gonna close that then. But apparently,
it's for you, peace.
While I was searching for news and stuff on Kotaku, reports are coming out. Mortal Kombat has an amazing story.
That's what I've heard too.
So that's pretty cool.
I've heard amazing with a couple of things.
Entertain me. I'm feeling shitty. P-Stabs, do we ever do anything else? We coming at you hot. I'm right at that moment where I was tired earlier because I was in the car for a long time and I'd been up a long time, and now I hit the rebounds, you know?
You hit that point where energy you're almost like loony.
Yeah, which is good because I realized sitting here as we started talking, I got to edit this podcast tonight, and I didn't edit last week's podcast. I got to do 2 podcasts tonight because I don't have any other more time. So,
caffeine free. That's what I was looking for. I was wondering if this had caffeine in it.
I almost messaged you last night, Brent. I was watching Temptation Island. What? Like old stuff?
Click it.
Click what?
Click it.
Oh. You mean Temptation Island?
Temptation Island?
You mean Temptation Island? Oh, God.
So good. Spoilers. Just kidding.
It's on Crave. What is Crave?
You never heard of Crave?
No.
I think isn't that Sony's streaming service is called Crave.
Devin's here.
Devin,
waiting for Hope.
You gotta change your Twitch name.
Did she take a name?
Mm-hmm.
No, interesting. Is it hyphened?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
To my knowledge, no.
Interesting.
Now she's Mrs. Hokey.
Look like a bunch of black dudes with a bunch of white chicks. You like that show? Oddcast?
Yes.
It's the most garbage of television you'll ever watch.
You got
but
Crave
it's great.
So you could watch Game of Thrones? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Who's a sellout? I just changed my last name. Give me time. Hey. All the time in the world.
Just not.
All the time in the world.
I mean, you didn't know you were marrying him for a while. You know, just there was time there. You know, I'm just saying.
But how much time on Twitch? You know.
That's true. Crave is a streaming service that will give you HBO stream since HBO Go isn't a thing here. What about HBO Now?
So you have to pay for Crave and pay for HBO.
More importantly, why not HBO Now?
HBO
Go, you need HBO. HBO Now, you don't need HBO.
Oh.
I have to pay for Crave and HBO. Do you not have HBO Now?
Because there's two HBOs. There's a Go and there's a Now.
Go, you need HBO service, which
so you
could
sign in using a different account.
Right. Because I have to, because I have to have a cable company to get any HBO.
I can't give up everything. Let me live. That's hilarious.
I don't. HBO Now has got to be everywhere, right? I mean, maybe not everywhere, but is HBO Now in Canada? So up here you have to have cable to get HBO.
Is HBO Now in Canada?
Which
HBO Now won't be available. It's a US only.
Ooh, that sucks. No, it isn't here in Canada. The first, first knock against Canada of all time, right there.
That's right.
That sucks.
That's tragic.
Wow. Is it not available? Like, how does that work?
Just have Crave. It's amazing. You didn't choose HBO though. You chose Crave. HBO or not HBO. Sorry, Hulu. I meant to say Hulu. You didn't get Hulu because Hulu you can add HBO onto. Hulu though they got good originals. I don't know about Crave.
So if you go to HBONow.com in Canada, what happens? Nothing.
Yeah, well, I would have thought maybe you could like VPN.
You could easily VPN.
You know
how would they lock out the VPN?
Currency.
But if you pay for HBO with a credit card, what does it matter?
Whoa!
What's up with the speaker? I don't know.
Does it sound bass heavy to you guys?
Oh.
Maybe I should be doing this for the bass heavies.
Thank you, Justin. Maybe. I slap at the bass.
Slap the bass, man.
P-Stabs, whenever you get a second, go to HBONow.com. Just see what happens.
Keep us open in the tab, though, so you can kind of
keep
us abreast.
It just is surprising to me that HBO Now, I would get, okay, you buy that seems weird to me still, you buy an Apple TV from a Best Buy in Canada, you take it home, you plug it in, and you can't get an HBO app, maybe, okay?
Sure.
But I feel like the internet, you would still get to the website, and then if you have an account, which would pay with a credit card, which doesn't matter your denomination, how does it not just play? If you can't do it on the internet because it's Canadian internet, use a VPN.
Use a VPN, you know.
And you should be able to do it just fine. Of course, how much does a VPN cost? You running the same thing?
Sent you a screenshot in Discord. And see, the other thing is, though, she's getting a free month. So the only additional cost that she has to pay right now is 1 month of Crave. Do they have anything? Is it worth it at all? What are they, $10 a month? I would probably do Crave as well.
That's fair.
Unless HBO gave me Hulu gave me a free month. But
it's this phone.
I don't know if it's the phone, but it's the phone. They have Temptation Island. All right, well, they're maybe that's Canada. I'm gonna say Canada. Maybe that's Canada's Hulu.
Not in service area.
Brilliant.
How much does a VPN cost?
Some are free.
Try out a free VPN and see what happens.
No.
What's the worst gonna happen? It says you're not in service.
Why? I mean, why? She's already paying for it. Or she's actually not. She hasn't even paid for it yet.
Because she's gonna have to pay for 1 month to watch all of Game of Thrones.
1 month, dude, worth.
For free VPN.
It won't accept my Canadian credit card. That's what I'm saying. Sounds like she's trying.
So if you got an account from someone in the U.S., though, the VPN would work. Can you pay with PayPal?
If she has PayPal, I suppose, yeah.
She got PayPal. She does
Twitch.
Twitch.
She'll come to your door and kill you. That may be the worst that could happen.
HBO black suits.
I hear that the black suit killers are the ones that kill you real quick, though. You don't even notice they were there.
I would need a U.S. friend to it for me, and PayPal is Canadian for me too.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, I guess. The currency transfer.
There's got to be a way to do this.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that she VPNs. Someone like us gives her a login. Like, that was fucking loud, dude. And you're slurping hard. I could hear the gulping hard.
That's the problem right now. The mustache is right on that line, which is
business.
really annoying. So I gotta like.
You gotta do one of these like.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do the whole shave.
Oh, wait.
Not completely, but just like trimmed all the way down.
Trim's the word.
So I don't have to shave when I'm in Colorado.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's the goal. I just had to make it to today, pretty much.
Are you gonna take it to the old beard doctor?
You mean go upstairs to my bathroom and shave with the razor that I shaved your face with?
No.
Oh, then
That's
no.
right,
Whatever you.
Brent Selleck.
Cut everything but the stash.
I like that. Magnum PI. Phenomenal.
If I knew any lines, I would totally jump on it.
I don't know if he has any famous lines from that.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the movie Three Men and a Baby?
Parts of it, not all.
Quality
like
flick.
on TV.
Quality flick.
Mm-hmm. Really, Tom Selleck is just Richard from Friends for me. And he's what's his face in all those TV movies of the book TV shows. What's the guy's name? It's gonna bug me.
I don't know. Get there. You figure that out. I don't know. I was gonna lead into it like I thought you typed Brent Selleck.
No, it's like Jesse Stone.
Oh.
Let's see how many of these are.
Quigley.
There's like
Quigley down
so there's
under.
one right there, but 1,
Good
2,
pull.
3,
Good pull,
4,
Justin.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there only 9?
Looks like 9.
Unless
hold on. Keep scroll back down. Where I just saw it. Quigley down under. There it is. Click that movie. You ever seen this movie?
No.
I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. Look at that poster.
Damn, that is a stash and a half right there.
That's powerful.
Sharpshooter Matt Quigley is hired from Wyoming by an Australian rancher paying a very high price. But when Quigley arrives down under, all is not as it seems. It's weird that down under is capitalized.
Down under.
Down under. Now, was there
I come from a land down under.
Now,
yeah, I did a report on Tom Selleck because we had to choose a celebrity from Michigan and do a report on him. And I chose Tom Selleck. It was phenomenal.
I missed where the thing was. Because there was 3 men. What's 3 men and a little lady?
That's the sequel. Well, because the baby becomes a little lady.
Now
but they have the same movie.
Now you're telling me that's not a porn parody?
I'm not Rule 34ing anything with a little lady in it. Look at her. Look how cute she is. Look at Ted dancing. I love that movie. Well, more so the first one. More so the first one. I actually don't remember the second one.
I would be very surprised that 3 men and a little lady is not a porno. I'm just saying. At first, I thought it was the porn parody. I was like, oh my god, Tom Selleck starred in his own porn parody? That's incredible! Tom Selleck just went way up in my book.
Would you buy that Blu-ray?
100%. I'd have to probably order it on eBay like I did for Brotherhood of the Wolf, but...
You still have that here?
Alec has it because he's put it on Plex.
Gotcha.
But it's here. And...
You have it on Blu-ray?
What?
You have it on Blu-ray?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yep.
When he puts it on Plex, I'll take it. Or maybe I'll take it, and then he'll put it on Plex.
Well, he's got it right now, so there's the thing. This train doesn't need tracks. The show, as in we're off the rails, as in we don't know what we're doing,
That's right.
As in it's just kind of a
That's right.
free form, kind of free love kind of show,
Ooh, I don't know about that free love. I charge for it.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's right.
As the Joker said.
That's what.
Sitting on my shirt.
Why can't I think of his name? Huh?
Heath Ledger.
No.
David Blaine.
Now you're way off. David Blaine.
Just throwing names out, man.
Where?
Mr. T. I don't know.
Where did David Blaine come
Jared
from? Jared
from Subway.
Where did that come from for your brain?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out names. You said I was way off with Heath Ledger.
No. It's he did this the soundtrack for Black Panther.
No idea.
Burt Wonderstone.
Oh, thoughts on Burt Wonderstone? Didn't watch it. Those comedies, I don't like any of those. Those style comedies, like anything like Talladega Nights, Dickie Roberts, the Walk Hard Story, whatever. All those. Can't do any of those movies. They make me feel dumb.
Kendrick. I didn't even get to it. I remember it. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar had a song where the chorus just ran, "This dick ain't free."
Okay. I think I maybe previewed Dickie Roberts, but I don't think I did.
Oh, Dickie Roberts, former child star?
Yeah, I don't think I previewed it. I think I might just saw
It's
a lot of it.
Knuckin' Futz. That's what I remember his tagline was, like a child actor. He'd look at the camera, do a hard zoom. It's Knuckin' Futz. And then it would just keep going. That's what everyone would yell at him in the street when he's old.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see this movie. I think I just cleaned theaters with it in there, and so I saw a lot of it.
Yeah, that's okay. That is A-okay.
Yeah. But you know what he's great in? Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is a great movie.
David Spade's in that movie.
No, he's not. Dickie Roberts?
Yeah.
Maybe he's in it, but he's not the main guy.
Who is? Show me.
The main guy from Grandma's Boy. Or not the main guy, the friend from Grandma's Boy. Is it? No, you're not?
That's a good question. I actually don't know how to spell Dickie Roberts. That's
David. What's the one? No,
yeah,
not
no,
that one.
That's
What's the other one?
David Spade.
What's the one where he's a porn star?
Oh, I don't know. But see, that's the one I'm like, no.
Because it's got that guy in it. We're going to figure it out.
Now we're just Googling off screen. That's what the show's become.
Don't worry, we'll get there. It's a journey, but it's worth it.
Nick Swardson.
Nick Swardson was in the movie. Right there. Bucky Larson. Man, that's fucking close.
That's the Nick Swardson one. Damn, Devin's on top of it.
That one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Born to be... That one's so close to Dickie Roberts.
Dickie Roberts, former child star. Bucky Larson, born
to be a star. That's why I got confused.
God, how did that... Look, 3.3 out of 10.
It's awful.
9 out of 100.
9 on a Metacritic.
Director? Look who directed it, though, of course. Fucking Tom Brady. Written by Adam Sandler.
Rob Schneider is a stapler. All right. Don't look at that screen for a second.
Is that me?
No, me. Because we keep Googling stuff.
Maybe Devin's not on top of it. Maybe it's Hokie.
Starting the show. Welcome to Pocket Change, a show where we give you a penny for your thoughts within our 2 cents. We get to talk about the things we like, the things we dislike, and the things we just can't ignore. I'm Brent, that's Stokes. We do it live on twitch.tv/RealPixel every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little later today because we were location scouting for a short film.
Short film.
If you're watching later on, come be on Twitch, be part of the conversation like Peace Dads, Justin, and Devin are.
Coming this fall. Just give the pitch right here.
If not, thank you for listening and watching later on. As we start every show, we start with what we viewed in review. Do you want to go to that first?
That should be the transition. No.
Okay.
No, we'll skip it because everyone's wanting to know. So we won't tell them.
We'll
keep doing a little
Well, obviously, you got to tease
table,
it. Yeah.
You know?
Just a little tease.
That's right. Can't
So
blow our
first,
water at the beginning.
Episode before last, then covered again last episode.
right.
I was talking about a movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Classic. Cult classic.
A film that I had a hard time finding. Had a snafu with watching it, lost subtitles, all that stuff. Bought it on eBay, showed up, and I watched it. Now here's the first thing. Bought it on eBay. 98% sure it's a French film.
Yes.
But I bought a Blu-ray that I think is in German.
Give it to
So
me, I can
all
tell
the
you.
menus are in German. So first thing I do, get the menu up.
First thing you do, you click Spiel. That means play.
No.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's not German then, because it's not that. It's some other language.
Okay.
First thing I do, obviously, I have to find languages. So I click over, find languages, and I see English. I need that. Whatever it is, I need it. Click English. Then as soon as I click that, it takes me to 2 other options.
Australian English or UK English or American English?
I
One of those?
don't know. I did see AUS at one point,
So Australia.
but that's not what it did. Because when I clicked whatever I went to, right, and started playing the movie, it was English dubbed with different subtitles. So then I went back to the menu, Click on
Yeah, but
English
you
again.
chose the menu language, right?
No.
You chose.
This is for the movie.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to change the menu. So then I click on.
Schnitzel.
So I click on English
Man,
again.
Justin, master of language over here.
I click on English again, and then I click on the whatever AUS. Play the movie, no subtitles, same dialogue. So AUS apparently means no subtitles. Could not find
I don't think that's what that means.
could not find English subtitles with French audio. Could only find English dub with no subtitles and then other languages I didn't know.
So there was no option. You had to dub the movie.
As far as I could tell. Maybe if I had messed with it a little bit more, I could have figured it out. But I'm like, this is a 2.5 hour movie. I want to get into it.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
waiting.
start this
Let's
before
go.
it becomes a 3 hour
So I watched
movie.
it dub, which I usually don't. I usually watch live action films subbed. Animation I usually do dub just because it doesn't matter. It's not actually those characters speaking, which took me a little while to get used to. But once I got into it, that movie's great. It's great. It's really slow to get going. At first I was like, oh, I made a mistake. But then it gets going. And I'm like, this is awesome. The best way to explain this movie, it is a French martial arts Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt. It's
A
awesome.
French martial arts Legends of the Fall.
It's awesome.
I don't. If you were to just say, "Hey, do you want to watch this movie?" It's a French martial arts Legends of the Fall. I'd be like, "Nah."
It's great. I loved every minute of it.
I'd say no to that.
It's good times.
I'm glad you liked it.
I
What
loved
was it? What did you end up paying for it?
$16, I think.
Oh, ain't shit.
Ain't
was
shit.
it worth $16?
100%. I'll
There
watch
you
that
go.
movie.
And now
a
you
ton.
own it. Now it's on a Plex
It's
server.
great.
Bada bing. Bada boom.
There's some great scenes in it. Great scenes. Like there's a scene where there's like a bunch of people in robes and the hero of the movie comes back and he starts calling them out and he jumps down onto this like coffin, this stone coffin, and then he pulls out two swords and he like looks up. It's like, oh, and then it's great. It's
And
great.
then
he fights this other dude who pulls out this. He's got the robe on. He opens up the robe and there's a bone sword like on his front. I don't know why it's on his front, not his back. But then he pulls off the sword and they're fighting. And at one point he goes whoosh, and it unchains, and it's like a chain sword that he uses to wrap around things. It's awesome.
Jesus.
Great movie. Totally worth a watch.
Whenever I get it handed to me, you know.
It's sweet. I loved it. Game of Thrones was on
Game
yesterday.
of Thrones time.
Week
Taking a
2.
sip like it's alcohol.
There was a part of that episode. The character goes, I think I might need a drink. And I was like, I might need a drink to get through this episode.
Nah.
So
I 100% loved that episode. There wasn't a piece I didn't like. I welled up a couple times with the girl in the bowl, like I told you.
Yep.
And then the ba-ba, you know, those two moments. I mean, because we can't spoil anything, of course.
Right.
Not that this one you really could.
Because nothing fucking happened.
People are coming together.
Oh my god.
As everyone knows, people are coming together.
It was awful.
And this episode was, episode 1, they come together. Episode 2, they talk after they get together. Episode 3, now they're doing something.
Boogeyman says it's good.
Maybe they're doing something. Boogeyman, you're correct.
No.
We don't know about this guy.
No.
I think it was brilliant. I loved it.
I talked to
His argument.
3 people today, and everyone hated it.
Yeah, well, you're also talking to the same people that hated Spider-Man. Out of
Homecoming?
Yeah,
Well, everyone hated that one.
that's not the truth.
I mean, it's pretty much widely accepted as the worst abomination to ever be put on film, you know? Just makes sense.
Did you watch the same Power Rangers movie I did?
Oh, we can't talk about that. Why you got to bring that up every time?
Well, because good exposition is good exposition. I said the same thing, and Brent
not
and
exposition.
What Brent says. You got 6 episodes. You gave me the first one as setup. How come the second one is set up?
Yes.
And to that I said, maybe if you condensed 1 and 2 as you suggested, we would only have 5 episodes.
Which would have been better. I wouldn't have waited a week for more setup.
And I don't think that makes sense. I think that's bullshit.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
give as many weeks as you want. Fill me with whatever you want. Fill me with it.
And
And then give me the episodes you think. they think that this will play out well. Cool.
What is exposition? Exposition should be information given to the viewers that is needed.
Sure.
There was one scene in the entire episode that was worth anything, and it was them battle planning. Everything
battle
else,
planning. What?
worthless.
But we can't really go into what is said. But remember,
True.
like, people are giving other people certain items. That happens twice alone, so it's like that's gonna come into play.
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
You knew they were going to have weapons. Does it matter what weapon? No.
Yes,
It doesn't.
It does.
It really
because weapons in
really
Game of Thrones
doesn't.
are just weapons, Brent.
Well,
In 2019 America, guns are just guns.
build me this. Oh, it's a spear. I just made 1 million of them. Why did you give me a piece of paper?
It might be special. We don't know if it's special. Not only that, we got Tarly doing the the thing. That's a special weapon.
That could have been done last episode. It was literally like 3 minutes. Make the
just
last
saying.
runtime an actual hour, and we're good.
You know, you're seeing characters talk for the first time in forever. You're
You're getting
and laughs.
talk, and then drink milk, and then drink milk, and then talk, and then
Dude,
drink milk, and then drink milk.
The drink milk was phenomenal.
You didn't like it in The Last Jedi. What's the difference? Except for the Game of Thrones one takes longer.
The milk was explained. There was reason for the milk.
There was not. There was no reason.
There's
There was
reason
no
that
reason.
it was milk.
It was comedy. That's all it was. That's all it was.
There was reason that it was milk at all.
Where did you get it from?
It might not even been really dragon. Or no, I said dragon's milk. That's an alcohol here in Michigan.
It was all.
You ever had dragon's milk?
No.
No. It's really weird because it's beer that's been aged with bourbon. So it's like bourbon flavored beer. It's got like 15% alcohol content for a beer.
Boogeyman says, if you've seen Breaking Bad, did you hate Fly then? Same style.
Real quick, let me say.
Okay, go ahead.
We're driving around today.
Hey, Cole.
We're talking about this. We're talking about the show. I'm giving the positive. He's giving the negative, as it happens typically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, you know what, Brent? This is the same reason that I love the episode The Fly from Breaking Bad, and you hate it. And he's like, what did you say?
It is the worst episode of television ever.
The worst episode of television ever. And I think he's crazy because I love the episode The Fly. Like, if I don't remember what season it is, so I don't think I watched that one like live. I think that was the season that I finished live and then watched the rest.
I didn't watch any of it live. Thank God.
I did.
If I had to wait for that, oh man. Oh.
Which I can understand a critique of, like, I don't like that I have this thing to fill time while I'm still waiting. Like, I want to know, give me the answers. Why are you filling it with bullshit? But this is the end, so I'm okay with drawing out Game of Thrones a little longer. We've only got 4 weeks left, so we're halfway / over halfway what a normal season would be. So I just really don't mind. Not only that, but this wasn't just Walter chasing around a fly in the middle of the series. It's like, no, it's all the characters that were together, separated, coming back, and now you're hearing them
Came back last episode.
talk and
All
joke
came
and
back. We had it
laugh
done.
and
It
wrap
was done.
things up and interact and speak.
It was already done.
It was not done.
I was
It
ready.
was
I was all
not.
set. Cool.
You're
Literally,
crazy.
there were repeats of scenes.
That's not the truth.
Gendry and Arya, they meet up last episode. They go away. Guess what happens? It's the exact same. They literally meet at the exact same spot.
And then
In the exact same spot.
But then spoilers happen.
Oh my
Something
God.
way more intense happens.
Who cares?
Something
Who
I
cares?
care. You didn't care that happened.
No, I
You
had
even
no-
said you would fast forward if
Well, because there was
watching
side
this,
boob.
watching this over again. You're gonna whoop,
There was
get
side
there,
boob.
watch, and then whoop. It was worth watching.
If you care about lore, these types of episodes are good. there are ways to do lore.
Brent, I think
In-
Boogeyman's saying you don't care about lore.
in really good ways. There is this is bad. This is
not bad.
This is Walking Dead TV show right here. This is every time you see characters talking Walking Dead, it's exposition, it's character, it's bad. It's bad. It's just bad television. And this episode was exactly that. This is season 2 of Walking Dead. This is every episode of Breaking Bad. This is just
Every episode
bad.
of Breaking Bad. Well, I like Breaking Bad, so it's
it's just boring. It's just boring. I was so bored. Someone at work today fell asleep twice during the episode. I was like, I don't blame you.
What does that mean?
I don't blame you because nothing's happening. You just watch characters walk into scenes and out of scenes, into scenes and out. That's all they did. The whole
love it.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand. I'm just fingers crossed.
And you know what? When you only get one of these episodes, I can't think of another singular episode of this where that's the only thing that's happening. At least without true, like, literal progression of story. Of like, we're now going to go do this. We're going to do that. These characters here. Because one of the tough parts is we didn't leave Winterfell. So we didn't hear anything about anything else. Breaking Bad is better than Game of Thrones? Whoa. I like Breaking Bad a lot. That's not even close to true.
I think
you may like it more, which is 100% okay. You got 2 shots in Game of Thrones better than the whole series of Breaking Bad.
I think Breaking Bad has great acting moments, but fails on almost every other part of television.
P-Stabs is dying to talk about Jamie and Brienne. But
Brian.
But I'm getting to, if there's only one episode of just fan services, I would prefer to call it. People, you're right, out there calling it exposition. I might even slip it out there once in a while. I think this is just a fan service episode.
If there was fan service, we would have saw nipple. I watch a lot of anime. I know fan service. We would have seen nipple.
I can't back you up on that. I don't watch anime.
We would have seen nipple.
Don't know fan service anime style. You know, because they could have done the what's Cersei's actress's name? What's her name? I can't think of it.
I don't know.
Lydia Hurst? No, that's not right. That's not her. That's a name. That's not her.
I don't know. Get her the body double.
That's what I'm saying. You could do a body double too. It's just like, but they gave us some of them nips.
Give me a body double with nipples. I don't care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They could have done a body double. That's what I said.
I'm all for it.
But whatever. That's not what I consider.
Headey.
That's right.
That sounds right.
That is right.
100%.
That is correct.
But
I'm happy with the fan service episode being in the last season. Like, it's especially when the fan service is just tying everyone talking you wanted to see talk and say what you wanted to say.
Again, if I didn't wait 2 years for this and there's not a diminished amount of episodes in the season, sure. But you give me 6 episodes 2 years after the last season, and this is one of the moments.
I'll give you the 2 years. The diminished episodes is not a good enough reason.
100%.
Because you take this episode away, it's just a 5-episode season, and it's still it's still the same. They're making it longer. If half of the episodes of 10 episodes were this, you wouldn't be able to have that argument of it being a diminished one, but it would still be the same problem, right?
This is the problem. TV shows go on way too long because of episodes like this. This episode is the filler episode of every show out there that people complain have gone too much.
That you've had this argument of a filler for Game of Thrones.
No, I've had them. There's been other episodes of Game of Thrones where I'm like, wow, this was a worthless episode. There was no nudity and no one died. What is the point? You know?
Damn, that's a really interesting way to view Game of Thrones.
That was a
nudity
joke.
And death.
That was a joke, but I mean, usually you get one or the other, and there's been some episodes where it's just like this was that, or you follow a storyline that they just never pay off, or they forget about, and they're like, we won't come back to it later on, even though we should, and George R. R. Martin is going to, but we kind of won't. That's what
I imagine it's tough going from all the extra material your cup runneth over to just, this is who's going to sit on the throne. Here's a couple of beats,
If they were, I don't know, professional TV show writers, should be able to fill a season of stuff. I'm just saying they should, do their job.
And you know how they're going to fill a season of stuff? Because like every other TV show in the world, they're going to give us episodes like this.
If I had 10 episodes of quality TV,
then you'd be whining because now you're 8 episodes away instead of 9 episodes away. You know what I'm saying?
It's just, it wasn't even like I got an episode where I got to fully flesh out and like stuff, It was random.
I just read P-Steps things still saying Jamie and Brienne.
It was that was the other thing. It was like if I got an episode where it was like we're gonna flesh out these 3 relationships, then I might have been interested. But the problem was, is like, hey, you care about this relationship? Oh, we're turning over here. Oh, we're back over here. Oh, we're back over here. This guy's drinking milk. It's real funny. And we're back over here. And we're back. And I had to deal with like 800 characters in 50 minutes. And I was like, why can't I follow this 2 characters through this episode and then give me another episode where I follow the next 2 characters?
Well, because the next episode is a big battle where a lot of those relationships are probably going to be ended because they're fucking dead. They're going to have to kill a lot of people this next episode. They're going to have to talk about a lot of people the episode before.
I've had 7 seasons of them talking about characters. I literally didn't need. And then they take time to do this episode, but then relationships that should have like strife, they're just like, yeah, we're gonna forget about it.
What do you mean?
Sansa and Theon? Hey, best friends now. Best friends. We're best friends.
There's a lot of words unsaid in a hug.
We're best friends. It's like, what?
A lot of words in a hug. You know what I mean?
What? Arya had a kill list forever. Sees 2 of them. I'm not hanging out with you old guys. That's it. That's all she did. Really? That's it?
Was he on the list the whole time?
The Hound was.
Well, the Hound was, yeah.
Beric Dondarrion? I don't know. I think the showrunners forgot about him for a while, so they just probably had Arya forget about her. They understand each other. What? How? No. They went through a lot of shit, so Sansa's just like, yo, Theon, we cool.
We made it.
Yeah, you kind of.
That was like a we made it, like a we out that bitch.
We out of there. I mean, you did technically.
We out of there. We up in here.
You did completely fuck over my entire family. Make me think both my brothers are dead. Literally tear down my house that I had to rebuild from the ground up after you watched me get terrorized.
And then,
but you did help me jump over a wall once. So I guess we chill.
No,
I guess we chill. I guess we chill now.
Her is
cool.
Probably the best way to go about saying.
Guess we chill now.
Oh man, no redemption, man.
Ridiculous. That trumps, man. It was very it was not. I was like, as soon as Sansa did that, I was like, what the fuck happened? What? That? And then later, and then when Theon shows up again, he's all, burr, 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 and Jon Snow's like, yeah, okay, good idea. I was like, you hated him last time you saw him. What happened?
But then he rescued his sister.
In those 3 seconds. In those 4 shots. Sweet.
And then he came back to help.
Sweet.
Look at my face, Brent. Look at my face.
It's just, this is the problem, is that the beginning of the show was so strong, and you can just tell the downward stroke of writing when they have nothing physical to go off of. When they just have notions, they just write the notions, and we're jumping around. And you just lose the weight of scenes. The weight of moments.
I can't imagine. I don't know how I would have written wrapping up this show. We haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak to it, but
yeah,
it's, I don't know.
I wouldn't have shrunk.
If you were to say, it's a hurried ending, which from last season to now you could argue it's hurried, but it's also like they don't know what the creator would fill it with because he doesn't even know.
Guess what? It's their show. They could have done anything.
Well, it's tough because, it's like, I'm not going to be out here saying that they're not crafting material, like they're not coming up with whatever,
right.
But it's like when they take something big and whittle it down to what they want, that's like taking a giant stone and whittling it into a statue, but now make a statue from these pebbles on the ground. Is kind of like, damn, we can go get more stones, but it's still not going to make a fully formed statue. You know what I mean? Because we're not whittling down. You're trying to build, and to have that be something where it's like you've been whittling for 6 seasons and now you're a builder. You're like, wait a minute.
But if you take those stones and you make your own stone out of like wet cement, and you take the time to craft a good sculpture and put the stones into it, you get the same thing.
Listen,
you might get a different statue,
and
but you still get a nice statue.
Maybe DB Weiss, the writer out here, or whatever his name is, they're out here and they're like, they've already got their fucking trowels and they're ready for some cement mixing, and then HBO's like, whoa, what are you doing? We can't give you that much time. And they're like, what do you mean you can't give us that much time? And they were able to negotiate 1.5 years instead of a year, and that's all they got to make it a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, when HBO's down here, like, we've had Game of Thrones every year. We still need it. It's one of the biggest things in the world, and it's the only thing that people come to our platform now for. You're going to have to...
Ballers and Barry, but go on.
I haven't seen Barry. Did you see Barry?
I watched most of the first season.
Was it good? Shay's been digging. She's been really like, you got to watch Barry. But I'm like, let's watch True Detective Season 3 first.
Every pebble can become a diamond. I don't know why it says no every pebble.
No,
comma. Every pebble can become a diamond, like Real Pixel has become. I just feel like
we may be a diamond. We still smell like coal, though. You could probably. It's like a diamond.
Passable.
It's a diamond that you could still ignite. Like, how is that chemically possible? I don't know.
Not every pebble can become a diamond. It's just if I just like as a writer, that's all they just write. That is their entire career, is to write. And they had the pantheon of knowledge to go off of all these books, plus all the other side stories. And they just have to make a good ending. It doesn't have to be the real ending, because guess what? The book people aren't going to be like, you did it wrong, because we don't even know if they did it wrong or not. And they could do whatever, and they do this. It just boggles my mind.
I don't know. I wouldn't just say, because I think the show only has the 2 writers, right?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm sure there's like a million people pointing at stuff saying, hey, but when it comes to who's getting credited for the written things, I imagine there to be 2. I think it's the D.B. Weiss as one, and then whatever the other guy's name is, I forget him.
Yeah.
But the 2 people they always show at the, wrapping up the episode or whatever.
The director of this episode had a funny name. I remember that.
Did he?
I can't remember what it was, but it was funny. I lost
You
my
can
mouse.
you can scroll down. Click Game of Thrones next to Nicholas. Yeah.
Boom, nice.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him when he was talking. Somebody was like, what's your dollar amount? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, how much money do I have to pay you to tell me the ending? And he's just like, it's funny because I'll ask you the same thing. It's like, how much, he's like, how much for you to actually find out the ending right here? And he's like, because people have asked me, and if I ever go to tell them honestly, they don't want to know. And it's just funny. They don't really want to know. They think they want to know, but they really don't want to know.
No, yeah, that's pretty true. I don't want to know. Look at that 8.9.
David Nutter. That was the name.
That is funny. That is funny. Look at that 8.9 out of 10. Like, people like this episode.
Looks like they got 4 writers.
Well,
David
George R. Martin.
Beinhoff,
Those are the
D.B.
2.
White. Oh, those are the creators. They even write it. Barry Cogman wrote it. And they had staff writers. They got a team of 6 people working on this shit.
Get George R. Martin out of here.
Okay, they have a team of 5 people working on this, and this is their episode of television they decide to write me? You know what? So we wrote a script, but it's like 40 pages. Well, if Jamie talks real slow during this scene, and what if Tormund drinks milk for, I don't know, like 3 minutes? We could probably push this to 50. I think we could do it, guys.
You like exaggerations.
You just want to do another draft? Maybe we could fit some more, like, I don't know, like meat into this? No! Come on!
I think you might be looking at this
Ridiculous.
backwards.
Ridiculous.
I think you might be putting the blame on the wrong people here.
Ridiculous. But hey, the actors still doing great. Nailing, well, except for Emilia Clarke, but we all know she's trash. So
I did like the line though, where she was like talking about the other man she had, and she's like, he was much taller. I thought that was funny. Talking about Cal. Remember that? Her with Sansa?
Was she talking about that?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought she meant Rhaegar, which was like the first, like, oh, okay, maybe she'll understand. You guys were so hyped for the show 9 days ago. Because Justin...
And I am still hyped for this show.
Because Justin...
I'm still excited. I love that episode. I almost cried twice.
I accepted that the first episode had to be like that. Okay. But then you give me another episode that is worse?
Loved it. Episode 3 is going to be fire. No
Episode 3, probably going to be great. Going to be amazing. I'll be talking about how great it is. But when I rewatch this show, I will not rewatch this episode. There's no reason to.
This is like Stranger Things Season 2, Episode 9.
It was episode 7.
Because there were only 8 episodes?
Yep.
Episode 7.
7, which should be episode 9. Or episode 8, technically, because 8 and 7 should flip. Or 6? The episode that's all about
7.
6 and 7 need to flip.
Yeah, I was like, what
They're
the
in the
fuck
wrong
are
order.
you talking about?
6 and 7 are in the wrong order. I hope episode 3 is all pre-fight flashbacks. If they don't start fighting in the first 10 minutes of the next episode, I'm going to absolutely rage.
That's what he said. However, watching straight battle for an hour and 20 minutes, like, I'd like some breakups somewhere.
Guess what? Just randomly cut to the last episode every now and again when you want a break. All right? I want action. I want things to happen. Give me an hour-long fight. 100%. I want them to cut from battle sequences to battle sequence to battle sequence to battle. I don't ever want them to cut out and be like Jon Daenerys making out on a dragon back or something.
Oh, that'd be fucking sweet, though.
Ridiculous.
That's a cool place to make out, especially after the news. Like, we'll see kind of how that plays out, you know?
Just, please. All that is holy.
I can't imagine watching an hour and a half of just straight battle.
I can't wait. It would be great. It would be awesome.
No.
Please.
No, that's an exhausting.
Please.
Who you praying to? DB Weiss?
Anybody. Just maybe George R. R. Martin died and we just don't know and he's up there and I'm praying to him, you know?
He's upstairs?
Just please. Please.
Crossing this off. I'd say we gotta start talking about other shit, but there's really not a whole lot.
There's not a whole lot to talk about today.
There's not much news.
If we get, what if the next episode just no one dies? What if we just get through no one dies?
No one dies. What are you gonna do then? Stop watching?
No, because I've got 3 episodes left. What does it matter now? You know, what else do I do on Sunday nights? You know, what does it matter? I'll finish it.
I don't know. Sounds like your time's real important. Sounds like you're tired of waiting.
Oh well, I would be watching Switch. I'll be playing games while it's going on. I'm not gonna just watch it, but I'm just saying.
Magical. I've made Sundays Oreo nights.
I mean, I sat through all of Breaking Bad and I hated every minute of it. I'll sit through it.
Why did you do that then? I don't understand.
Because this is what happened. Anytime I was like, man, this show's just not good. Oh, it gets better. Gets better. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Season 2. This is
what I tell people?
Season
because I tell people
ever.
it gets better too. But I say if you get to episode 3 and you're not interested at all, don't watch anymore. Because it gets the first episode is very nothing.
See, I like the first episode probably the best.
And the first episode's good. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for like why the world is excited, you don't find it in episode 1. There's not like, oh, this isn't groundbreaking. It's like, oh, this is a good story, sure. But then they capture a crazy 8 or whatever, and then he fucking gets his first kill with the bike lock. And I'm like, if you don't care about them anymore, like if you don't want to watch anymore, stop. I tell people, first 3 episodes, boom.
No, I got through the first season. Oh, it gets better. Watch the second season. It's like, this was the worst season television I've ever watched.
The second season?
Second season. With the plane. Oh my God, that was the dumbest thing. 100. It had nothing to do with anything. Wow.
I can argue that the plane was a little out there,
and then,
a little like he's so distracted that he like crashes 2 planes.
And then they're like,
well,
like,
maybe that's real enough. I don't know.
And then this is what I heard once I finished that, I was like, oh my God. And then they're like, well, they didn't know where they were going with the second season. The third season on, they know what they're doing. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, to be fair, the third season on establishes the villain for like the rest of the show.
And then I was like sure, let's
Walter
go.
Becomes the villain.
And then I was like, at one point I was like, well, I might as well just finish it so I know what happens.
I'm another 40 hours away. I might as well just stop.
Might
as well just keep going.
You can fast forward through some part. You make up your own dialogue and stuff. It's fine.
Make up your own dialogue.
That's what I do for Walking Dead.
That's like if I'm watching something in it like Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. I think I got 3 episodes in and I was like, I don't care about this. Everyone's like, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's good up until this or up until that. I'm like, what? I'm not watching it. I watched it the one time, gave it 3 episodes. Somewhere in there, I watched the first episode again just because someone else wanted to see it with me. I don't know.
Walking Dead, I did because sometimes there'd be a little ray of hope and you'd see an awesome zombie kill and it'd make all the fast forwarding worth it, you know?
I don't know. The fact you're fast forwarding through it is amazing.
You get the plot. You see 2 characters talking and their face show. You kind of make up what they're saying and it's pretty much it.
I don't know. That's
pretty easy.
Weren't you talking to someone who you were mad at because they like only read dialogue in books?
No, somebody told me that and I was like, that's so weird.
It was on stream, I think.
Yeah, I was like, that's so weird. Like, because you would have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean?
That's what that sounds like.
Well, what I do is
fast forwarding through and skipping the dialogue and reading only the non-dialogue in a book.
Oh, then you would get the story.
Depending on the book,
you would know what's going on. And if you
it's just like it sounds like reading half a book or like watching half a show. And especially if you're fast forwarding, you get to a scene and then you start playing your Switch. It's like, why even fast forward? You know, like I just don't understand.
Oh, if I have the Switch, it's not fast forward. I just run in the background and I look up. Oh, okay. Boop, 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 boop. If I'm not having the Switch and I'm like, let me just get through this real quick. I heard somebody gets their head ripped open. Okay, there's already. Boom.
If we're out here watching, you know, we're binging like Catfish or like that's because that's what Shay's watching right now. We're binging that. Maybe even something like Ghost Adventures or you know these shows is like I could be on my phone while doing this or my Switch because it's not a cumulative show. Mm-hmm. But any show of accumulation or story-driven shows, I skipping it in any way, like maybe running to grab something, using the restroom while it's still going, like these kinds of things I get. However, actively through a series doing things is like I don't really see was that me?
I don't know.
I don't think that. I think that's probably from,
from the
little condensation there, a little drippy drip.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I don't get.
Well, when you only like half care.
Because then I just don't. Well, if I half care, then my thing is I half care about this. Not at all. Just not going to do it at all.
Well, the thing is, watching something like that I half care about, sometimes I'm like, why do I only half care? Is there something about the writing? Is there something about the way it's shot that I don't ever want to do as a creative person? I should probably pay attention so I don't do it. Don't make the same mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
I suppose.
You got to watch the bad with the good.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like I watch enough movies, that have bad shoved in there. Like, The Dark Knight, he rides up the wall and does the flip around and is like, yikes. Why? Like, that was really, really terrible looking. That was horrible. You know what I mean?
I guess.
But there's like those things. I mean, that's a very specific example.
Yeah.
But all the same, it's like, So now you'll never catch me doing a shot like that in a movie, I suppose.
Sure.
But I don't watch things with my own creative venture in mind, like, usually.
Okay.
If I do, it's like I go into it doing that on purpose. Like Them, for instance. Them I will be watching with, like, how can I use this? Mm-hmm. Rather than just, like, I'm watching a movie.
I watched all the way up until someone died and then stopped for Walking Dead. I got to
good spoiler freeness there, Cole.
I got to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, and I haven't watched anything after. I'm kind of waiting.
You watched the episode after?
No. Like, I figured out what happened and watched the scenes, but I didn't watch the episode.
Yeah,
but I think once it ends, I may just brush through it. Because I also
like that right there. I'm just like, what?
I also don't like leaving things not completed. Like, I need to complete it.
Well, I guess, I mean,
like a book series, if I don't like
when's
it
going to end?
It.
Like, if they were to take what they have now and double it, then that's kind of not really the same as uncompleted. As like, you never really started almost if you didn't get halfway. You know what I mean?
Nah, there's a certain amount.
If there's 2 seasons away and then that's when they end it, yeah. If I were you, I'd if I had to, if I liked enough, I'd skip through.
If I finished,
but with Breaking Bad, that's why I tell people 3 episodes, not 3 seasons, not 3 episodes. If you don't like it, don't watch it anymore because you could have been invested, like, curious enough. Cool, just go read the ending.
Usually
watch the last 3 episodes, then something like that.
Usually, if I finish a season, then I got to finish what they have. Certain shows, I might not do that. I might adjust because of length. Like Supernatural, I've watched like 6 seasons. They're finally ending, but damn, that's a lot of that show.
No, I watched maybe 2 episodes.
Like certain shows that I'll watch on Netflix, I'll be like, yeah, this isn't for me. Sabrina, I watched like 3 episodes. I kept trying. I'm like, nope, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's also, you get shows like American Horror Story where I watched a season, you can be done forever. None of them tie together anymore.
Yep.
Well, kind of do, but
that's why I watched True Detective the first season. Thought it was okay. It was good. I didn't get obsessed like everybody else.
I love those too. I love those actors. I think is what it was. Because as I've found, I've watched season 2. I'm watching season 3 right now, and I'm like, what really bugs me about this show is it's not a mystery that is possibly solvable by me. Like, there's nothing for me to grasp. Like, I don't really have to jump around the first or second season without being spoilerish. But it's like so you witness every character in the story.
Justin said a buzzword for you.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
You see every character in the story, but the character that's the who it is and the whodunit, you catch for 2 seconds. You never see the face, and it's passing by in the middle of like a, we gotta go, and you're just like, oh, that. How was I supposed to know that? And you're like, you're not supposed to, because there's 10 episodes. Episode 9, halfway through, there's one key piece of information that no one could have got that we just found, and there it is, and we're 20 years in the future. And now you can go solve it. And it's like I like having the mystery of, like, how is this possible? How could this have been done? But it's like, they don't really give you decent answers in that show, I feel.
I guess.
Or they don't leave a bread trail for you. They give you this weird kind of bread trail that these other people haven't followed for 20 years. And then they all meet up again.
Okay.
Season 2 is different, but season 3 is very, very much season 1. Like, I swear to God, you put the intro credits next to each other, you couldn't tell which is which, except for the fact that the outlines are Woody Harrelson and are Mahershala Ali. Like, it's ridiculous. Even when I was clicking it, I was like, Shay, this show has great introductions, if nothing else. I can't wait to see it. And I played it, and I was like, this is just like season 1. I was like, I'm nothing but disappointed right now, Shay. And she's like, oh,
Oh.
And she never saw season 1 or 2. She doesn't know what the fuck she's watching.
So you want to go on Fargo?
Let me tell you about Fargo, Justin. That's my favorite television show of all time. I adore it. It's absolutely worth watching. And it's very much an American Horror Story kind of. Season 1 is different than 2 is different than 3. You can, if everyone's saying watch season 3, don't be like, oh, no, I got to power through. No, just watch season 3 or 2 or 1. People know you better than I know you. And if someone's recommending something, maybe it's, whatever. They're all very good, but they're each different. They're phenomenal. Okay, let's watch Fargo.
I would love to. We got to get my first season in my hands.
I told Shay that we should watch Fargo after, or instead of True Detective, and she's like, "No, I want to watch this." And I was like, "Fuck."
Maybe I can get Alec to get Fargo on Plex for me.
Maybe. No, I don't have it. I bought the first season as a gift from my roommate, so he's got it.
Let's get through what we viewed and review. You had Hellboy?
Yeah, I watched the first Hellboy because we were going through Netflix, and Shay's like, Game of Thrones is in a couple hours. What do you want to watch in the meantime? I don't fucking know. Clicked on Netflix. Hellboy's right there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, now this is a good movie. And she's like, I've never seen it. And I was like, never seen Hellboy? Like, what are you talking about?
I have a small piece of me that believes Shay has seen a lot of the stuff she says she hasn't seen, and either A, doesn't remember, or B, says she hasn't seen it, so you will watch it. Because she knows you want to watch it, so she's like, he wants to watch it. I've never seen it.
Well, and then here's the other thing. I've never seen it. I hit play, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I mean, we're talking intro scenes. They're in the museum. He's shooting the walls, like that kind of thing. She's out.
100%.
And I'm like, Shay, what are you doing? She's like, I wasn't sleeping. That's what she said. I wasn't sleeping. And I was like, you were fucking sleeping. She's like, I may have been sleeping. So I like our couch is like a pull-out thing. So are you suggesting she is manipulating him?
100%.
There's a little piece in you that believes she's manipulating me.
100%. Just a little
honestly,
piece.
Sometimes that's the kind of like manipulation I could take.
I'm just saying.
I think she's like, I've never seen The Big Lebowski. Like,
she pulls up the blanket. I've never seen it. Fluffs pillow. Maybe we should watch it.
You want to hit play?
You want to hit play? And then you're into it. She doesn't care. She's like, sweet, I got my nap in. He's content.
Let's do it.
You're like a child. He's content for the next 2 hours. I'm going to take a nap.
That's kind of true. But all the same, watching it, I love the movie. Mm-hmm. I was telling her all the characters and all the cool things about the new Hellboy and the old one, this, and just going through stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And she ended up falling asleep, but I watched the movie up. The movie would have ran past the beginning of Game of Thrones, so I was like,
could have missed it.
And she was falling asleep. I was like, I know the fucking ending to this movie. Right. I just turned it off and turned on Game of Thrones, but it's such a good movie. Ron Perlman is like, after watching him, I was like, I miss you. I will say, however, David Harbour's Hellboy is more character. Is very more. He's wildly, like, he's a more theatrical kind of performance. Ron Perlman's a very stoic, still love him. Wouldn't change the movie in any way. But some of the visuals in there, like, of course, didn't age as well as I would have imagined them to be, but whatever. Still fun to watch. Good movie.
I also want to be clear, as much as I didn't like this episode of Game of Thrones, I'm very excited for next episode. I'm finishing up
I just wanted to be clear.
I'm refinishing the third book. I got the fourth book ready to go on audiobook, which I found a new app, which actually you buy audiobooks, and the money goes to libraries instead of Amazon's pocket. So I'm probably gonna switch off Audible. It's
I just bought Game of Thrones for the second time, or not Game of Thrones, Ready Player One.
Libro.fm. It's like a podcast app. And there's the color scheme.
Oh, that's a cool looking. They got a book opening away from us, and the pages are a Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's green, so you can't see. But right now, all I have. Oh, I hate the fucking thing. I tried to rush away. All I have is Feast for Crows. I always say but it's a Feast for Crows. But it's, if you get books from here, it's the same thing. You pay $15 a month like Audible. You get a credit. But the money,
is it really $15 a month?
Yep. But the money supposedly goes, whatever proceeds go to libraries. You're buying them from local libraries. It'll pick up your location and buy from local libraries and bookstores and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah. Go libraries.
Now I'm saying it might be just bookstores. Now I'm talking.
Isn't there there's a digital service that allows you to get audiobooks for free from a library?
Yes, but it's It's
It's
not
based
the
on
best.
your library. I
It's
know.
based on the library, and also the player will sometimes just reset the book for you. I've tried it. It's
Well, because
they're
I
not
was
the best
thinking, I was like,
service.
maybe I can go. Well, you need a library card,
Yeah,
but those
yeah.
are free too. So it's, you know.
yeah. But I think I meant bookstores, not libraries. I think you buy from bookstores, not libraries. So you get the money goes to local bookstores. I don't think it goes to local libraries
Oh,
because
because
you're not
I
renting.
don't really give a fuck. I mean, going to like Schuler's, you mean, or like
Well,
like
Schuler
like
is
Joe
a-
Schmo's bookstore.
Yeah, I think you can set up which ones you want, but it just goes, we'll go to local ones, which Schuler is technically a local bookstore. There's only like 3 locations. It's like Saginaw, Okemos, and Grand Rapids,
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
But anyway, I just thought that was
All
better
the
than
same.
sending more money to Amazon. Jeff Bezos doesn't need my money.
sure. I did play the Hellboy game. I played it on the PS3 though.
Nope, I was thinking a different game. I was thinking...
I didn't play it much. It was one of my buddy's games. So
I was
I don't really
thinking,
remember it, to be honest. But
what is it? Riddick.
yeah, Chronicles of Riddick.
Butcher of something Bay or something of Butcher's Bay. There's a Riddick game, and I thought that was the subtitle of the Hellboy game.
I
It
don't
was not that.
The Hellboy game I played was, I think, called The Science of Evil. I think was the one I played. All the same. After watching Game of Thrones,
Okay.
tucking Shane to bed. Good night, sweet dreams.
Good night.
I was like, I'm gonna stay up a little bit.
Yeah.
Went in.
Finish Hellboy. No, I'm just kidding.
I did not finish.
Okay.
Hellboy. But we talked about the show. We watched a season or an episode of True Detective, and then midnight rolls around, and that's when the new Last Week Tonight with John Oliver pops up. Covered the Mueller report. Mueller report.
Yep.
I'm not thinking of it right. Whatever. Covered the report, and he talked about it a good amount. But I'm only reviewing it because this is the first episode ever I've watched of John Oliver where because he always covers like, this is really what happened last week, last week, and now this, and they give you the little like just things about local news, and then here's the actual story that we've been crafting for probably closer to a month. That isn't so like today.
Got it.
It's like last week's the war on drugs. It's
Yeah.
there's nothing particular happening this week, but it's very war on druggy.
Yep.
Opioids too is what they called it. This one had the second half, the big crafted episode was, you could tell, very well produced. In fact, it came with like a little movie at the end of it that they had. The kind of like, we made a children's book. We did a this. Well, we did that. Is like, you didn't do that in a week. You had to have crafted this for a while. But this one had nothing news related in it. It had almost zero like real information. It had information, of course, because you could tell me anything and it's going to be knowledge, considerably. But this was like, you told me nothing that mattered, nothing at all. Zero of what you said has anything to do with Earth or people or content or concern or a nation. Like, it was like, this is nothing. It was like, in Japan, cities have mascots.
Okay.
This this city rather had 3 mascots. One, a very weeboo giant mascot that was an otter,
Okay.
a literal otter, and then another weeboo giant mascot otter that was like self-proclaimed to be a mascot that was on YouTube, like beating things up.
Okay.
And they got rid of the real otter, and the other one hasn't been on the internet in a while, so the one mascot was lonely, so they made a John Oliver looking mascot to go to that city, and it's now officially part of that city's mascot group. That's it. And I was like, what? It wasn't news that that the weasel, like, in fact, it's the only thing that truly happened here. Internet had a mascot that was the low-key mascot of this town. Stopped posting a lot of videos. But because of it, they actually took the real otter that was under the same name and like had all the same stuff. They just made that otter not a mascot of that city anymore. And and he says it in like one sentence, and then he keeps going about his John Oliver one. And I was like, this is weird that I'm watching this and I'm like angry. I'm like, you're not giving information to people. I'm hearing the people, oh, and oh yeah, and then aha, laugh, and I'm just like, because he says a joke, haha, and then he's like, but it's actually really serious, and he starts to la 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 la. He like leans in, and you can see him getting into it. He does that in here, but he's saying nonsense. And I was like angry. I 100 episodes, and if you're going to give me one that's bullshit, the first part was a little longer than normal, and it was very this week, and it's really what I wanted to watch and listen to. But the second half of the episode was weirdly like, this was kind of strange. And it was weird also the way the thing they produced for it, like we have a children's book, was like half of the info. It was like a movie for this for this mascot they made. It was just kind of strange. Like I said, it was like, I thought the jokes were funny, I thought all of this, but at the end I was kind of like, you know, like I do with most of the episodes, I was like, what did I learn? I was like, nothing.
That being angry, feeling nonsense being spouted at you, that's what I felt about Game of Thrones.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I'll watch that John Oliver now, though. You may have talked me out of it.
Well,
should I watch the beginning and then once I get the otter and kick it off?
And even the news part, the now this.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you should. I mean, I don't even remember the now this, but I think the news ones are always funny.
Yeah. When the otter starts coming out, I'll be like, yeah, don't need it if I don't want to hear about it. You pretty much told me everything. So
I was gonna say, if you'd like to see any of it, I mean, seeing some of the videos of the otter that was like a self-proclaimed whatever, just fucking beating people. Like one of them, his name was Shinjoku.
Okay.
Shinjoku is coming to your house, is what the title of the video is, and it's him at a locker. He opens the locker, grabs a baseball bat, just shoves it in his boot, covers it with his like little mascot flap, and then just walks away out of frame. And there's other ones where he like opens a door, shuts it, like, you know, sets something down or whatever, and then there's like a one of those bobbing billies, whatever, and then just takes a baseball bat out of his boot and just starts beating it down. Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought the first time, however, I do recommend go watch John Oliver. Go watch Last Week Tonight. It's phenomenal.
Let's go to movies because I want to talk about this really bad because it's the most interesting thing to me right now.
It's crazy. Hit the material. Let's get us there. Boom.
Star Wars Episode 7: The Rise of Skywalker. The Emperor Lives.
That was a tweet put out.
That was a tweet put out in 2012.
November 21st, 2012.
Had they even announced that they were doing more Star Wars?
Joined November 2012. What does that mean, huh?
Can you
retroactively? No.
I didn't think so.
No. You can't just like set the timer on your computer back, you know?
Yeah.
Send it up. What it could have been, though, the only way that this could be something that like were to happen where they're like, you know, one of the biggest things I remember is if you're going to lie about something, lie to be 98%.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what did you get on the test? An A minus. No one's going to, you know, if you said an A plus, you know, oh, okay, well. Star Wars episode, the only thing wrong with this whole strain of words is 7 is not 9.
Right.
So it's like everything's correct there. It was created the month it was talked about. This person also talks about a bunch of Star Wars things, and then they leave in 2014, I think. They're done. This person could have been someone who is in the know-how of something, you know?
In 2012, had they announced that they were doing more Star Wars?
Well, no, but I'm sure pre-production would have started.
Would they? Did Disney even have LucasArts at that point?
I don't know. Well, but it could have been someone close to LucasArts is what I'm getting at.
When did Disney buy Star Wars? Because I think LucasArts is the game, right? October 30th, 2012.
Days
The plot
before.
thickens. The plot thickens, everybody.
That's hilarious.
October 30th, 2012. Disney acquires Lucasfilms for $4.5 billion. A month later, not even a month, 22 days? How many days are in October?
Yeah.
22 days later, a guy tweets out Star Wars Episode 7, The Rise of Skywalker, The Emperor Lives. Then flash forward 7 years. We get a trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, where at the end of the trailer, we hear the Emperor laugh.
All I'm saying is, like, we looking below, somebody took a photo of another tweet and posted it. Mm-hmm. Imperial Guards rescue him from submersion, healing him with General Grievous's parts. The 6 million Republican credit man. Haha. Take the 6 million out of here.
Yep.
Imperial Guards rescue him from submersion. So you're gonna take the Emperor, you're gonna mix him with General Grievous. If I watch this movie and that happens, it's an inside job.
Well, they wouldn't bring back Grievous. There's no way, right?
Well, no, but if they take pieces of him,
maybe, or not even that. I guess.
Why didn't they predict episode 8?
I was laughing at that. But what if it's like this? Question. What if they go, Imperial Guards rescue him, and he gets put on like a half spider body like Maul, which is robotic like Grievous, but it's like it's also could be pulled up. You know what I mean? Like,
and what if they were to just mention like someone's like, oh, like the same tech used in General Grievous?
Yeah.
Or something, like I'm just saying, what I'm going to listen to Gabriel Garcia here a little more closely.
This is interesting,
and that's why I'm saying, what if somebody was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an account that no one's going to give a fuck about, and I'm just going to say it because fuck, I gotta say it, and it's just going to get lost in the sauce. No one's going to care, but it's also, this could have just been someone who, they were looking at the fucking whiteboard as they were walking by. He's the janitor in LucasArts,
This aged extremely well.
But like scroll up. So it says, scroll up to the top. Scroll up. It says right there, Imperial Guards rescue him from submersion, healing him. They're right. The Death Star is underwater. Submersion's a weird word to say if he just fucking fell into a galactic chamber. You know what I mean? So it's like this person's saying things that are so close to true or so close to possible. At least they were true. Now it could be possible. You can't guess that.
P-Stabs, the likes and dislikes did happen recently. It did get lost. All that stuff.
The reason it's being like this is because people are like, "How the fuck did somebody guess this?" What's that say? Click that. Click the photo. Yeah. I
don't get this.
Oh, it's somebody who typed in the rise of Skywalker. And then it pulls up the. So it's like, I think yeah, his is in the bottom. I think they're just saying like, look, this is real. Like I pulled this up, it's for real. Like I just don't get it. I don't know. Click it. Illuminati, classic. This is making all my conspiracy bits tingle.
It's so weird. It's just so close. But you're right, like 98%. Yeah. Like, what if Imperial Guards rescue him from submergers? But they don't like rescue his body and build him with Grievous parts. They pull him out and then they're able to save him as like a force thing. He's a Zordon in a tube or something.
Well, here's one of the other things too. I'm thinking Gabriel Garcia. Who is this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm picturing the writers' room at LucasArts. You got our boy JJ up there. He's pointing at a whiteboard like, what if we did this? What if we did that? He's still trying to flesh things out at this point. He's looking at stuff, and the guy's walking by with a mop bucket, and is like, "Damn, they just got bought up by Disney. There's another Star Wars movie coming." He sees the rise of Skywalker on there. JJ's in there like, "This'll be episode 9," but the guy can't hear it, so he's like, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be the 7th one. The rise of Skywalker, and then you know what? The next day he goes back. They wipe it all off. They're like, what's going to happen in this new movie that we've now titled? Well, we'll do this, maybe this. They're pointed stuff. And they're like, they got General Grievous up there, and he's got all these parts and pieces. And they're maybe like, what if we use the same tech? What if we give him the same kind of scheme? What if we kind of mix our favorite bad guys together? Like, and he's like, oh my gosh, they're actually going to take General Grievous and put him into... So then he's like, this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Gabriel Garcia could just be a bystander here who's kind of picking knowledge. He's the guy in the subway train where the person's creating the PowerPoint for the new Star Wars movie, and someone's peeking over at the computer. They see the reflection. They're like, what the fuck is he running?
Two things. One,
Garcia was the janitor, 100%.
One, will we ever know? Like, will Gabriel Garcia, he lives in this world still. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. But like,
imagine being like, someone's like, oh, you should hop on Twitter again. I have, he gets on Twitter and he's got 80,000 notifications of people messaging him back because of the replies and all the comments, and it's just like, wait a minute.
Like,
did I get famous?
I want to know. I just want to know how. Because
give me a 25-minute documentary about this.
Because let's be honest, okay? Before Infinity War came out, Mark Ruffalo told an interviewer, "Oh man, like everybody dies in the next one," and they go, "Dude." And that was a guy.
Well, no, remember
in the movie.
He's like half the people are gonna die. That's why he literally said half of everyone's gonna die.
He is a person that was in the movie on a press tour in an interview. I remember seeing the video, didn't pay any attention to it.
Yeah.
But now that the movie's out, we can watch it and be funny, and no one's like mad at him because obviously didn't ruin the movie. Once Rise of Skywalker's out, this guy needs to come out of hiding.
Yeah. when this movie plays,
I don't want it
I want a photo of like his first tweet back has to be him at the premiere. You know what I mean? Like doing a thumbs up.
It better not be.
We made it.
This better
Maybe
not
he's
be.
got like a LucasArts press badge. Like, hey.
This better not be a Snowden type thing where he has to go underground forever and I never find out.
That's right.
I need to know. It's just crazy.
We'll never know.
All right, let's move on.
Maybe we will know though.
Let's move on to a trailer.
We can only hope to know.
We'll go with Child Play first. I skipped the pre-trailer.
Good thinking.
Going into Child Play official trailer.
And then thoughts.
Andy, I know this move has been really tough, but this was supposed to be a new start for us, remember? You said you were going to try to make new friends.
Buddy can connect to and control all of your Caslin products and smart home devices. Introducing your new best friend.
I love that.
Yeah, when have we seen that logo?
Love it.
A long time.
Mom, I need to tell you something, and I need you to believe me. I think Chucky did something.
Andy, if you know something, you better tell me.
Something's wrong with Chucky.
Buddy can connect to and control all of your Caslin
Chucky is a toy.
He could be anywhere.
Welcome to Caslin Cars.
We have to stop him. Chucky!
Good night, Andy.
So what'd you think?
I don't like that trailer, but I
Okay.
want to see this movie really badly. Like that did make me want to see it more, but at no reason was it because of the trailer.
Got it.
Like I don't really like the way it was cut together, but it was something that I think it looks like the kid actor is actually going to be really good. Like he looks like he's going to play well in that one. And then I like the look of Chucky. I like the doll's look. I was reading they were doing like a little watch the trailer and we're going to throw trivia as we're watching the trailer, and one of them was like 95% of all of Chucky in this movie is animatronic or puppet.
That's cool.
So it's like it's mostly a physical Chucky. Like there's a couple things they just obviously couldn't do, but that's exciting. I really do like when I can kind of pick out the like, oh, this couldn't be made any other time, or this is the fear of the nation right now, or oh, this is something in the back of everyone's mind, and that's Buddy is a smart product that controls
things.
So it's like a very smart home thing, which is like, you know, with the rise of smart homes and auto and self-driving cars and all these things, it's kind of cool that like the fear is as much physical as it is digital. So like I like the idea of where they're going with that. And I like one of the scenes I always think is like, why don't they just like pin the doll down and take its brain out? And it looks like they have that scene with the guy pulling the processor out or whatever that chip is. Looks more like a soldered RAM card,
Right.
but all the same, it's something that it looks like it's going to do what I want it to do. I love Aubrey Plaza, so.
My thing is, when I first watched the trailer, I was wondering, I was like, it's still a possessed doll, right? It's not somebody controlling the doll through a computer and then controlling all the devices.
Well, I'm thinking it would be more of like a Small Soldiers thing.
That's what I was. Oh, okay.
Where Small Soldiers is like, we put a chip in there, but you didn't want a regular chip to be processed. You said, let's give you the one that we have now, and the one we have now was a weaponized
The
chip.
military grade chip.
Was a military.
Dude, where's my new Small Soldiers
fucking
movie?
Small Soldiers, bro?
That would
love
be
that movie.
sick. God,
I forgot why. It was actually something Hokey and I were talking about. but it was like something happened and we both were just like, dude, small soldiers. Like, what did we say? I forget, but we were like, that's very small.
And what's beyond that? Well, I don't know really. Gorgon.
That's right.
Just because you don't see something doesn't mean it's not there.
What's his name? Archer, something of the Gorgons.
Oh, I don't remember.
Thespian of the Gorgonites or something.
Yeah.
Gorgon.
Sanctuary.
The little suction guy with the eyeball.
Nick Nitro.
Fucking everything.
Oh man.
Well, it's when it's when they're like doing fucking stuff to the Barbies. I watch them like, this is filmmaking. Like, this is what I need to see. And then the guy with the cigar in his mouth, the demolitions expert, gets like with the jumper cables and he starts like spinning around and he explodes.
Then when he takes out the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and they take out the body. Oh god. What was the plot of the original Chucky movies?
Hilarious.
The first one, I'm pretty sure, is a serial killer.
It's a serial killer who's getting chased down by the cops. He runs into a toy store. He gets fucking gunned down in the toy store, and he reaches up and grabs a Chucky doll, a buddy,
and does a
best buddy, and he does a spell incantation,
a ritual thing
into the doll,
and then the doll gets sold, and then it kills people.
Phenomenal. I love it, and then that's that. It just keeps going.
It just keeps going.
The same guy. Yep. He wants a bride, so he gets one of the new buddy dolls that's a girl to do this, whatever. And then the next one is he has a child, and it's just like, why the fuck did those get made?
Well, let's get to the moment everyone's been waiting for.
Did you watch this trailer?
I did.
Oh my god, Brent! I was like, how? Let's watch it. Let's watch this trailer. Everyone pay attention.
Pick a door.
This is huge.
All right then.
No, that's my door. Pick another door.
What's wrong with you? You know what? You were right. This is your door.
What's the matter? You got a lot of bad guys behind that door?
Access granted. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
Luke Hobbs and Deckard Shaw. We've got unfinished business. Shaw's sister took something from me. A virus that could wipe out half the population, and I want it back. You want to tell me just what we're dealing with here?
It's my sister. Family business.
When it's the fate of the world, it becomes my business.
This whole thing sounds really dodgy.
Look after your sister.
Listen, I'll handle it.
The only way we survive is working together, like a team.
Let's do this.
Buckle up, fat boy. On my 3. 1.
Woo! Hey, see the look on his face? You have no idea how long I've been waiting to do that.
Cause it's one time.
The music's already started. Let's see if we can get in sync.
So you guys are being hunted by an army of mercenaries, led by a genetically enhanced soldier.
Look at me. I'm Black Superman.
You're crazy.
Damn. He really is Black Superman. You need to get off the grid.
Where?
Home.
My babies come home.
I'm sorry to bring trouble here, Mama, but I need my brothers.
Look at
This
brother,
family is going to war. We're gonna need cars and guns. Mama, where's all our guns?
I get rid of them.
Very noble, Mrs. Hobbs. You're in serious trouble.
That's an understatement.
Let's get old school. Well, all right.
Come on! Cause it's one time!
We're going for a ride!
Oh, it's the
shot,
You
dude.
gotta have it.
Oh my god. Dude, it's this right here.
Like, what the fuck? No! He's pulling the helicopter down with his arm!
Take that, Marvel. Coming soon to a theater near you, Testosterone the movie. Brent,
Did we watch the whole movie right there?
can we please go see this movie together?
Yes. Did we watch the whole movie right there? Was that trailer too much?
No. The trailer was just
Oh
right,
my
man.
God.
That was fucking perfect. It's got my... Dude, I'm getting like butterflies. Like my heart rate's up.
That's you're like, ah!
Dude. Yeah, dude, they're both just scared. They're so big. The both of them, dude.
Hobbs and Shaw, man.
It's when he reaches out the window, grabs that guy, and just
It
smashes
him into the wall.
Is like, did he just hold the weight of one human male on one arm? Like,
After punching through a car window.
amazing.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking amazing, dude. I just, you know, there's just some things, man. Some things the real world can't give you. You know what I mean? This is the stuff of dreams.
We don't deserve this.
We don't. Sometimes I look at television and movie properties and all these things, and I'm just like, who are we? But simpleton humans.
Simple. Very simple. We're here. We discuss things. We argue over things.
How come
we don't deserve something like that?
How come we get to see this movie? You know what I mean? How come we weren't born 60 years ago?
And we get to miss out on Hobbs
You know
and
what I
Shaw,
mean?
you know? It's incredible.
This is gonna be one for the books.
It's going to be so
This is
good.
going down in history.
Oh my god.
You remember when this was announced?
Yes. And I was like, oh, that's so weird.
And I was just like, why would they do this? Like,
and how we're seeing it, I'm like, I see why they're doing
consider me there.
it. Yeah. You guys
But
are
it's
the
just like-
fast and the frivolous.
Frivolous. I'll take that.
Frivolous.
Which
Can't
one of us
say
is the
frivolous.
fast one?
You want to have a foot race?
No.
Then I am.
Okay. That checks out. I'll be the frivolous.
This movie is probably going to break records.
Most traps on screen
I told you.
per square yard.
I told you. There was a man who went and saw
Cubic yard.
Captain Marvel 14 times
Yeah.
for a world record.
Did it 116 just to play it safe.
Yep.
Yep.
How many times do you think we could watch this movie?
Give me the runtime on it, you know? Maybe we'll be the first business to see it 120 times because I'll go 60, you go 60.
I can see that. I could do that.
Although we'll have to go 59 each separate
Yeah.
because we're going to do our one together.
Well, obviously. Now, how do you feel about instead of the one together, we buy morning to night show times and just spend all day in theater watching it?
I don't know about that. Instead of just the one time.
Just so much just
if
straight through.
$12 for a ticket wasn't enough, we're gonna get you at $72 for 6 tickets. What do you say, Jake? I'd be like, listen, no, I'd rather buy me the 4K movie and then buy you the 4K
That's
movie.
true, that's true.
And then buy my grandmother the 4K movie for less than $72.
That's
you know?
fair.
Give the movie as a gift to the world. We're gonna get the gift just seeing it the once. Then we can give to others.
It's fair. It's fair.
And maybe
Oh,
when I
man.
give it to grandma, maybe she's gonna want to watch it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll watch it with her.
Oh man,
That's time number 2. There's no world record on love giving.
that's true.
And love making, you know what I mean, right? Anyway.
I guess we're on to game news. I think that was
What
it.
fucking question was that?
I'm trying to think. I think that was it for
we're
movies,
on
right?
game news.
Game news. First up,
Big and tasty. This is exciting. This is exciting.
there was supposed leaks for Mortal Kombat DLC. This is what we've got. DLC characters.
First off, Mortal Kombat 11. It comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
A lot of people are really excited about it. It's getting rated really high. 9s, 10s. Maybe there's an 8.5 out of there. Who knows? Fuck them. Customization looks great. The meter burn bar looks great. Where they're placing the finishing move that isn't a fatality move, the finisher, they're placing it in a different way so that it's more of like a critical moment thing rather than it being just like we'll use it at the beginning of it. You know, they're doing great things over at NetherRealm Studios. It's in 4K. We're talking 60 frames here, smoother than ever. You can be on a 2-bar wireless connection and still have completely frame perfect wireless connections on online battles. It's so light. The system's so perfect. And then this wonderful news comes out. I'm buying this game. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, because we've been talking. They did this thing with a pre-order. You can only get one character just by pre-ordering it. That is truly the only way to do it. They fucked me over with Injustice. I'm not going to get fucked again. I want that Shao Kahn real bad. So maybe I'll pre-order it. Sounds like I've kind of convinced myself. All the same, DLC news leaked. Give them the list, Brent.
These are the characters that got leaked for possible DLC. Cole, I started that video, but I didn't think we were going to get to cover it all and stuff, so there's a top 10 things.
Oh,
that
the
Avengers,
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs. That's right. That was on like Thursday, though. Or
Yeah.
Friday. I watched it.
Oh.
Some of them I was kind of like that's fucking bullshit. Like, oh, geez, get out. Like, the whole thumbnail was like a second gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which is actually a way that they do beat Thanos, is Iron Man makes a second gauntlet that like powers over the second one. Powers over Thanos's, and like his becomes real and the other one becomes fake. It's a real thing.
So like,
so when it had
Peter Dinklage's gauntlet doesn't beat Iron Man's gauntlet? Because Peter Dinklage is the guy who forged the gauntlet.
I know what you're saying. I was trying to think. I don't know how it played out differently in the actual.
Got it.
Where the story came from. But then it had Iron Man with the thing, and I was like, I'd like to hear an MCU like give me a reason that there could be a second gauntlet. And the second gauntlet thing was the like, oh, there was one that everyone was nerding over in Thor,
right?
And then Hela comes through and knocks it over and calls it fake, and everyone's but is it really fake? We'll have to find out. And I was like, yeah, it was fucking fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
also,
I was like, bullshit. That's not a 10 things that get out of here.
Also, if it was made by Iron Man, wouldn't it look like Iron Man?
It's the same gauntlet. Well, because it's got to still house the Infinity Stones. So it does. It's drawn identically.
Oh.
They're identical. So it's still to house the stones.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't remember the ins and outs because I think that's like a really dumb thing.
Okay.
Of like, oh well, Doctor Who's sonic screwdriver is great, but a bad guy made his own sonic screwdriver. I'm like, oh, why are we doing this?
Okay.
Why are we MacGuffin fighting?
What if Iron Man doesn't wield it? What if someone else wields it?
I don't give a fuck.
Still dumb.
If a second one is made, if to beat Thanos, Captain America grabs the gauntlet. Talk about it. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Anyway, all that would be great, but it'd be stupid. So I was like, I watched that. That was the reason I watched the video. The other ones were like, fuck, I can't even remember any of them. They were just like they were like plot holes rather than Easter eggs. If that makes any sense.
Well, it was one of the video like to explain the plot holes that. Have to explain these plot holes.
But one of them was kind of like, that was one where I was like, you don't need to explain this anymore. There's nothing to explain. She knocked it over, called it fake. That's literally the end of it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the kind of stuff they covered.
I think the big thing was that was something they put in the early movies and thinking it would be cool, and later on they're like, it's not working out the way we wanted to.
Exactly. You did ask this before. I think you should watch it, but there's no reason to. No, you don't have to. Everything that they showed in like the end sequence there was kind of like, oh, Captain Marvel's here in regular time, and you see that in the trailer. She's there, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's really all. That's really all you get from Captain Marvel. But go ahead.
What if Captain Marvel wears the gauntlet? Does it matter who wears the gauntlet? You talked about Iron Man like it was weird.
Well, Iron Man makes the gauntlet, is what I was saying. The fact that they just literally like, I'm going to make another one, and like by making it, it deactivates the other one is kind of like, what? That's literally what happens. He makes it so well that it deactivates one that still has all the stones in. Is like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
But, whatever. And that was the thumbnail, so it was Iron Man wielding it, so it's just kind of like, oh, Iron Man made it, he's going to wield it, We'll see. Maybe that's got something to do with his hand. You know what I mean? His dying left hand. He's gonna fucking wield it. He's gonna boom.
Iron Man?
He's
got a dying left hand?
Yeah. Huh. You remember that?
No.
I mean, in like everything he's doing, he's like even in the
in the trailer for Endgame.
No, period.
What?
Just like period. His left hand's fucked.
From every Iron Man ever?
From 2, I think. I think
He fucked up his hand in
in two he gets it fucked up and he's trying to work it out and it just never does. And it's like in every movie you still see him like fucking like my arm.
Never noticed.
No. Type in Iron Man hand. See what comes up. Iron Man hand. Well, that was a bad thing to Google. I failed us on that one.
Iron Man hand injury?
Oh, there you go. That was a good one.
Whoa!
I can't believe it's been a year, P-Stabs.
Been a year.
That is crazy.
However, there's nothing noticeable as his left arm injury. Stark's left arm has been hurt repeatedly in the MCU. On his first outing as Iron Man in Afghanistan, a tank shell hit his left arm, thus causing him to crash land.
Nah, that's not the reason.
Only
he came out fine after
isolation.
that. So it's like, wait, that's a dumb one.
You're thinking his left hand's going to fail him and that's what's going to kill him?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm thinking like, that's why I was like, oh, I could see something with a gauntlet of him wielding it. Because like there, you can see that's how he holds his arm all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I could see him like wielding a gauntlet on that to be like a, or maybe he wields it in this and his left hand is fucked, but the left hand is the hand of the Infinity Gauntlet, you know?
Huh.
There he is in Civil War. I see him.
Interesting.
Oh, that was all the photos I got. They're just giving us a bunch of Amazon fucking previews.
Yeah. Interesting. Never even noticed that.
Yeah. But then in the trailer for Infinity War, when they're going through stuff, and it's now that we know what it is, it's him on Titan after he's been stabbed. He's got his hand. He's got Peter Parker's hand, but in the trailer he doesn't, and he's just like holding his hand like this, and it's all covered in the dust of Peter Parker. But he's like holding his left hand. It's like one of the most noticeable shots from there. Curious who this Ash character is in
Cole,
MK11. Ooh,
that's the great thing. Real quick. I'm so glad. I don't like that this is the last show before Endgame, but I'm happy it's the last show before Endgame because I have knowledge that I can't say. And it's bugging me, you know. Yeah. So I'm glad.
Oh, what's it got to do with the Infinity Gauntlet, Brent? What's it got to do with it?
No, it was something about you talking about Captain America doing something.
Wielding the Infinity Gauntlet is all I said.
Well, yeah, but it was something that because I was like, because I wanted to be like, what? But then I didn't want to be, so I didn't. There's just something. Yay! Anyway,
I'm so happy. Here's a fun fact. I bought 7 tickets to Infinity War. This is for the people out there.
Yep.
5 of the people that I had going out of the 7. There's me being one of the people, another person, Derek being a second. We're the only 2 people who can go. The other 5, they can't make it. So we have 7 seats, prime seats, to a good show of Avengers Endgame, and we can't find people to like fill it. We might be able to get Hokey. He might be able to make it. But all the same, I'm gonna have a whole row to myself that I can just turn and just be like, I can start talking a little bit. I do it a little bit less. Like, oh my God. I can do the like I can do that kind of stuff because the only people who are gonna notice that is the one guy sitting in front of me. And I hope that he's just going to take my energy. He's just going to fucking feed off it. Because everything I'm going to do is going to be legit. I'm not going to be ah! You won't catch me laughing like that. I'm not that guy, I'm the guy that he'll be like, should I be crying? The guy behind me is weeping. Like, I think a good thing just happened. I'll be like, oh, God.
Justin, I used to buy the collective cups and popcorn buckets for practically every movie. And now I just have a bunch of plastic cups for no reason.
So like when Civil War came out, I bought a couple of the cups because they had the toppers and stuff, and the toppers broke like instantly, and I had these cups, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. The metal popcorn bucket though, I got it. I was eating popcorn in the theater. I took it off, and the butter had leaked through the like where the center like circle plate met the actual round.
Yeah.
And it leaked in a ring on me, and I was like, I'm never using this fucking bucket again. Never got another one, no matter how cool it looked. I'm not someone who displays that kind of memorabilia. I would keep it in a box in the basement, and then it's just useless. I just wasted money.
But glasses, like glassware, I'll use...
It's hard to find a collectible glassware, though.
Yeah.
Like, they don't sell that at a movie theater. You have to go to, like, a store to get a laser team.
Yeah, he said, like, Burger King back in the day. Like, I think I have... There's 2 Lord of the Rings glasses that... Did you... You didn't give them to me. Who gave... Alec
Yeah,
gave...
no, I did.
Yeah.
Where did you get them? They're like the Steins. Garage sale.
Oh, but I think they were from no.
They weren't from a Burger King or anything
like that. No?
They were. Yeah. Yeah, I bought you the.
That's what I thought you did.
Yeah. You had the box with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway,
That
Brent.
was the only thing that was so funny. The guy let me take it without paying him because I told him I was like I only got $10. He didn't have any change, which at a garage sale I don't fucking understand.
Yeah,
it was like
weird.
a $2, $3 cup or whatever. But I had to go buy something else at a different garage sale to get change to then come back. Which I got a monitor.
There you go.
Still using. The
I am busy. I'm out of state. I'm going to be in Colorado, so I'm going to be seeing Avengers in the Alamo.
And even then, if he hadn't, it would have been another week. He wouldn't have had all the work off. I have the work off. I'm going from Wednesday to Monday. I'm driving a few hours up north to go see it, where my family would have seen it with me, but they're not going.
If I wasn't going to Colorado and I was here, I would have seen this with you just so I could have fed off you, because then I probably would have enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably still enjoy it because
100%,
I'm going to feed
100%.
off the Alamo energy. Because
the Alamo gives off good energy. They give good vibes at the Alamo.
But
I love how we've had this list up for 10 minutes. Haven't said a fucking word about it.
But
I'm cool with it.
I might go see it again with you, just so we can
I don't
kind
know
of
if
geek out together.
We'll have to see if I can take it.
Take it again.
And exactly, Derek. I said you'll be there. You're gonna be there. You're my ride or die. I'm your family too. Well, you are my family, yeah. But I'll try to act like.
Thank
Stokes.
you. I need that, Bethany. I appreciate that.
As Brent actually pointed out, no one can watch things as good as me. At least visually.
Watching him watch this.
I'm a very emotive guy.
like
I'm a very, I
100%.
wear what I feel on my face.
It's like if it was a stage thing, and you could be as loud as you want, the person would think you're heckling them, but you're not. You'd be like, what? Like if a magician's doing tricks, and you'd be like, what? How did he had it? But how? That's like you watching a movie. Luckily, no one has to hear you.
Yeah.
But you're just like,
I didn't hear that part. I forgive you, Derek. Derek and I went to go see Alita, and the theater was empty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know how that movie ends, but I won't spoil it for you.
Spoiler alert.
No, I'm just kidding. It has nothing to do with the ending. I just was joking because I spoiled it for you.
Right, you did.
There's ninja parts in the movie. She's out here fighting people, and there were parts I would just be like, what the. I was like doing like crazy shit, like what the fuck? Like, did you see? Derek's like, dude, I don't fucking do. We're over here karate chopping in the air. I don't know if there's anyone else I'd rather watch a movie like this with than Derek. Because he doesn't just feed off my energy and like things more. He feeds off my energy and then replicates. And we're both like, what the fuck? Oh, it's exciting.
Cole, I'm glad I can
like
make
looking in the
references now that are so subtle, but you'll get them, and I appreciate it.
What did you say?
The whole thing about someone freaking out on a magician is Jeff from Achievement Hunter does that at a live magician show. he would wait for the clapping to die down and then immediately go, "What? How?"
I feel like you've told me that before.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I don't remember in this context, but
yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway, Mortal Kombat 11 is gonna have DLC characters. Supposedly came out, so we've got Shang Tsung.
Read the ones no one gives a fuck about first.
Well, Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Sindel, Fujin, and Shiva, I think, are all past.
Existing characters. Nightwolf sounds dope. Never heard of him. Shiva is the only one I recognize.
You remember the Mortal Kombat movie?
The original?
I think
the OG.
I think Apocalypse. The sequel, Annihilation. I think it's.
I don't remember that one.
Okay, so in Annihilation, there's a point where Liu Kang needs to find his inner bestiality.
I don't know if that's the right word for
What's
that.
it called?
The
Fatality? What's the beast one?
Well, I just don't like you saying the word bestiality.
Bestiality? Exactly. So Liu Kang goes out to the desert and he meets Nightwolf. And he's got the blue headband and the long black hair.
I do know this character.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Tomahawk, exactly. So
Yeah,
that's Nightwolf. But anyway, but the big ones, Joker.
The Joker.
Joker
we're
from
assuming.
Batman. Probably going to be just pulled straight from Injustice.
Yeah, which they better rework him because he was by far one of the worst characters in the game. Like, on every ranking ever, he wasn't easy to use. And when you did get through his hard mechanics, he was still garbage. Anyway.
Terminator.
Fucking hell.
Now, are we going to get the T-800? The T-1000? Who knows?
The LGBT one. I mean, it's timed, right?
Right?
We could get the new Terminator.
No, I'm thinking like liquid metal.
Well, I know. I was, T2000.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, that's why I said that, LGBT 2000. LGBT 1000.
Did I get a new sub badge? Yes, you did. You've been upgraded to the Morpher.
Woo! I did.
Spawn from the Tom McFarlane comics.
Which we've wanted for a long time in Injustice, never came. Spawn's going to be is so sick. You know why? Because Spawn. I'm glad, as much as I begged for it in Injustice, I'm glad they put him in this because Spawn can be Spawn. He can say the shit he's gonna say, and he can rip a motherfucker in half.
Yep.
That's what everyone wants to see, and he couldn't have done that in Injustice because that was a teen-rated game.
Yeah. Which may have been the reason why I just didn't do it.
Well, exactly. That's why it's like now I'm thinking about it, and like Spawn's gonna. I'm like, what's his fatality move gonna be? And I'm like, they didn't have that in Injustice.
Yeah.
No fucking wonder they didn't do it.
Now,
here's the one though.
But real quick, when are we going to first see the Tom McFarlane Spawn, produce Spawn? When are we going to start seeing visual of that? Yeah.
Oh, visuals?
I need something.
Because isn't Jamie Fox? Isn't Jamie Fox
Jamie Fox
going to be Spawn?
Supposedly.
Yeah, that's... whenever. Take your time. Take your time.
But I need to see something.
Yeah.
The one that I may buy the game for. Ash. Cole, you asked about him. If you don't know who Ash Williams is, from a little franchise everyone likes to call Evil Dead, then you need to watch some more movies, son.
I don't know why you're coming at him like that. He's definitely seen Evil Dead, or he at least knows about it.
Blue button-up shirt, brown pants, gun holster.
Tucked in.
Possibly sleeve ripped. Chainsaw for arm.
That's right. Dirty face.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Groovy.
I'm trying to think of some of the moves that he's gonna do. Like, he wouldn't be a character I like to like actually play as because I don't like the people who are like I can only be right next to you. I'm definitely
well, he's gonna have a shotgun
control,
probably, right?
You tell me my man's gonna have the boomstick? Well, he probably will. However, they're really gonna focus on this bitch right here.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't have like a teleport or anything special, so it's like I'm definitely more of a ranged control character. However, you bet I'm gonna fucking play as Ash, only so that I can learn his moves well enough to counter your ass whenever I know you're gonna pick Ash every fucking game.
That's what I play. This is my boomstick. What if he's got okay? So I'm just thinking out of the box.
Actually, I think the first Evil Dead movie Derek ever saw, I took him to see Army of Darkness in theaters.
You saw Army of Darkness first? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
but what if...
I think. I mean, Derek's the one who saw all the movies. If he did, I don't know. But I know that the only one I ever took him to and watched actively with him was the Army of Darkness because I insisted it was good. And it was in theaters for one night only. I was like, we got to go.
What if there's a point where he's just like... like they've got those movies where you go like this and the people get stunned, like stationary? There's a move where you'll be like something will come out of the ground and hold somebody steady, then you can go in and attack.
Yeah, sorry.
He just pulls out the Necronomicon, says a few words, gets stilled, and then he runs over and chainsaws. What? It's not going to happen.
Theater, baby. That's right.
It'll never happen.
The Necronomicon?
Maybe that might happen.
Oh, okay.
This will never happen, but I would want it to happen.
Okay.
But I want it to happen.
Dream a little bit. Take us on a little tour. What do you got?
Fatality. And then he's buttons, and then all of a sudden it cuts to Ash. Maybe reading the Necronomicon. Cut to a shot. Reading the Necronomicon. Reading the Necronomicon. Plants come out and just rip someone apart. Fatality.
Fatality is at the end of when you say that. I thought you were saying like
finish him. I'm sorry. Finish him.
Finish him.
Fatality.
Well, because they do the fatality, and then there's typically like a better luck next time.
Yeah.
Like one of those kind of things.
Yeah, no.
You'd probably do like a groovy. Or,
but no, his fatality should be the camera going like this, and then just a bunch of vines coming out and just inserting themselves in every orifice.
What's nice is
and ripping them apart.
Each character has multiple fatalities.
Yeah,
so it's like that could be one.
There better be one.
I was thinking something similar. However, I'd like his intro to be like a whoosh, 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 like a flip back and forth, like that kind of stuff.
And then maybe tie in the Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah, like those. That's the kind of thing that I could really dig on in an intro. These are things that, as much as I want them, I don't need them. Because it would be very different from every other character there, including like a Terminator or Spawn. But oh my god, dude, thinking about playing as Terminator versus Ash in the most well built, 4K HDR, this beautiful fighting game is like fucking awesome. I just want to grab a couple wiggle sticks with you and just start going fucking. You know what I mean? Like if we could play the game fresh together, that'd be great.
That'd be cool.
If it could be like, oh, you finally beat me, dude. All right, take your time, do your fatality. Right? Like I want to see it. Like that's the way I want it.
Has Duke Nukem ever been in an MK game? He's a perfect fit.
He is a perfect fit, so much that they have their own character named Johnny Cage that is Duke Nukem.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's the kind of loudmouth superstar, and apparently he's what makes the story so good. Like, he's one of the, like, staples of the story. Him, yeah, it is your glass. You keep fucking tripping like crazy. But yeah, he, because it's like they open a rift and the future comes back to the past and they see each other in the future and need a bubblegum finisher. You know what I would love? If they made one of these games with professional wrestlers. You know what I mean? But they were each their actual persona.
I was trying to figure out what the Beast Fatality is, because it has a name. Maybe it's just Beastality, or what's Animality? Is that it? It might be
Animality.
Animality. Animalities, that's what it was. And babalities and friendships. That's what I was thinking of.
Hilarious. I'd play MK for the story. It's only like a 3 to 4 hour story, I think they said, but I definitely play through the story. That's the first thing I do in that game, because they make you play as all these characters, but at least in Injustice, they also gave you the choice to, like, you're fighting, you can either choose to fight as this person or fight as this person. The other person's just going to step back and let the people fight. Like, I like that too. Kind of give you your options.
The best part for me is I'm going to want to play this game with probably more DLC characters than anything, so I can wait for the price to drop down a little bit and these DLCs come out.
Yeah, pick up the game. Or you could just wait for the DLC version to come out, depending on... Because they come out in sets of 3, so you're going to have to, wait a little bit. So it's like you have Joker, Terminator, Spawn, or Ash. You're going to want to play as one of those guys, unless Joker is the only one that's comes as one package, and he's garbage. But I bet you what they're going to do is they're going to do, like, Sindel, Fujin, Ash, Shiva, Shang Tsung, Joker, that kind of thing.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what they did with this one. They gave you 2 kind of normalized characters, like they gave. God, I'm trying to remember. It'd be like Starfire, Black Mana, like the 2 kind of like we're in DC, these are in the same world, yada yada, and then Raiden. When it was Injustice, they give you Raiden. It's like, oh, that's from something else, a different property. I like, oh, that's cool. So
I was hoping I could just get Ash, Spawn, and Terminator because it'd be like a movie pack. Maybe. Even though Spawn really isn't thought of as a movie character,
but it's tough because they did do that with MK10, MKX, because they had the horror movie pack, which they did 2s at the time, and they did like I said, Leatherface and Jason Voorhees, and then they did the Alien vs Predator, so they had Alien and Predator in a pack. So I was like, those are pretty cool, but God, that was such a fucking good game, dude. I want to play right now. Should I play at midnight? Should I just pre-order it digitally?
100%.
I should just do it digitally.
I forgot about Sindel. She's Katana's mother and Shao Kahn's wife.
Fucking catch me dead knowing anything about these characters. I don't know any of them. I mean, I understand who they are. Like, we all know Raiden. We all know Sub-Zero. We all know Scorpion. Like, we all know these people, but I don't know their
when
lore.
someone asks me who Nightwolf is, I just go to the movies. So you know how
little
and
I
Nightwolf
is like, oh yeah, I actually know exactly. Like, I know who we're talking about because I know the character, but... And then Shiva, I think she was in the last game, though. That's why I was like, I think I know who that is.
She's the one with the forearms like Goro, right?
Yeah, but they're like spidery, I think.
Oh.
I think. Just type in Shiva. You think she's like the Hindu?
Yeah, her.
Okay, yeah. Like Goro.
I mean, she's like
she is exactly
Goro.
like Goro, yeah. Jax is my favorite character. I don't know Jax.
She's got the metal arms. And then remember in Annihilation, he's got the metal arms.
I've seen Annihilation.
And then he fights, and then they're like, you'd probably be better if you just didn't have those arms. And he rips them off at the end to fight when they all when they all are about to lose. Oh, is it only 1x? It's only 1x. Yeah, see, metal arms, man.
I like it. Mm-hmm. It's like an Ajax kind of thing. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is classic with the purple and black pants.
See, and Mortal Kombat was never my game. I always played a ton of Street Fighter, so it's like I always knew those characters a little bit better, which I don't really now. But I played a lot of Tekken. That was when I played the most. Was Tekken. So I don't know. I never played Street Fighter. Then Injustice got me into the fighting game. I was like, this is fun. This is a good style. I like everything about this. Now you're gonna give it to me in a way that's like more serious in a way. It's not superhero skin, so it's taken more seriously. They've iterated on something they started in Injustice, which is like the way that you can customize. Have you seen that? The way you can customize characters in it. After we end, we'll have to look up a character customization trailer real quick because it's deep.
That's cool.
Wild. Well, and in Injustice, they also had set bonuses. So, like, you could earn a set that all looked the same. Maybe it was from when Wonder Woman the movie came out.
Yeah.
They had a Wonder Woman set
doing
that
in
came out.
game, yeah.
And with that, they were like, oh, your ranged attacks do more damage now, or, that kind of stuff. But it was, like, large.
Everything I know about Mortal Kombat characters are from the first 2 movies.
Wonderful.
Well, really the only movies besides that web series they had. The first one, Lou, his soul is mine. And then the second movie, they killed Johnny Cage in like the first 3 seconds.
Do
they? They literally, the second movie picks up right after they won the tournament, and the clouds go dark. Bad guy comes out. Oh, we're bad, and literally breaks Johnny Cage's back. This stone hand picks him up, and they're like, "We gotta get out of here!" And they leave, and then they train for the rest of the movie to come back or whatever. It's awesome. The second one's a mess of a movie.
Great.
They do a scene with the red robot. What's his name? Sight? No, I can't remember.
Don't worry about it.
Let's
talk about Apex.
Apex.
Derek, you like talking about Apex?
Tiny bit of news.
It's very small. It's almost nothing. We've
It's
seen a
almost
little
nothing.
bit of leaks. We've seen some faces, some pictures. Not today, Brent. Oh, there it is.
There we go. So in some coding they found, Octane, they found these things, inject, release, stim packs, step light, step wood, what you get. See, what's interesting is Octane says wall run brush. So
maybe that's what happens when he runs into something. Like it's a brush with a,
Right. So Watson, which we've seen kind of crummy images before, looks like kind of electric dude, looks like Tesla trap, damage. Looks like we're going to have probably another character much like Caustic, but with lightning traps.
Which is exciting. I like robots. Which he's a fun robot.
And I really hope it's a Tesla trap that doesn't affect your partners, because my least favorite thing is playing with a Caustic, and I'm running into fight, and he's throwing traps because he's running away, and then he slows me down.
Well, at least he doesn't damage, though. That's one of the things that I'm like, it doesn't bother me as much.
I hate it. It gets me killed almost every time.
Well, it's also tough because if you strategize around a Caustic, you could play as a Wraith that can just run right through it.
Yeah.
And then you can play as a Pathfinder that can just zip, like you're just out of there. It doesn't matter where you're at, unless you're in a building, but even then Wraith can get out of there without being affected. So there are ways to play around that as a team that makes it worth the damn. I'm only saying that because I might be playing as, I've been watching a bunch of this is a style of playing, and if you play this way, it works well. But if you're out in the field and you're Caustic, you're fucked, like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm never in fields. I could totally play as Caustic. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe going with him because the game is making me do it because I'm not getting my kind of double-ish XP from Pathfinder. I'm almost done with Octane. Probably gonna go Lifeline, but even then, I'm playing more than I would have thought I would be playing with Borderlands.
Like when they buffed
Caustic
Gibraltar and Caustic, I've been able to play those guys a little more. I've been playing a lot of Gibraltar.
I played a couple of games of Gibraltar, and I even got a couple kills with my ult, and I was like, I like that his just instantly, but it just fucking can't, man. Some of it's his character, I just can't. I don't like the way
You can go right now, brother.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's
placing an independent variable. I hear that too, and I'm like, oh god, I don't want to hear that all game as I'm throwing stuff, but it might be worth it. He's got the cooler skins. I like the all white mask and the green area.
I wish you could turn off character dialogue.
Period.
100%.
Just with Bangalore. Every time she pings anything.
Yeah.
Magazine. This will give you extra rounds for a little more firepower. It's like, okay.
Why is she like the tutorial character?
I don't know, man. But it was the other thing. It was the ultimate accelerant for a better tactical advantage. It's just like, that's not even knowledge. You're not even saying. You're just saying shit now.
Yeah, I just wish I could turn off all dialogue for characters. I wish I could turn off all. I wish I didn't have to hear anything talk except for my team. I hate hearing, the characters talk. I hate when it's zone shrinking, blah blah. I don't like. I hate all talking.
That has actually got me a couple of times where it's like, we're really far apart, friends.
Yeah.
Look at your maps. And I'm like, oh my God, Tim is forever away. Like, I should probably go to him, or I'm far away from them.
I hate all the dialogue.
Ring's closing, friends. Obviously, I love Pathfinder.
Because this is what happens is I'll run up and I'll be on the ground. I'm like, did I hear something? And then as soon as I start listening, somebody will talk. And I'm like, shut the... I'm trying to hear footsteps.
The thing that I think
Drives
I
me
would
insane.
change is when you're ADS, the banner logos don't. Because especially if someone died, like, at any distance, one of my buddies, and I'm aiming to, like, shoot the person that's now looting them, they're fucking, I'm Pathfinder, you know? Like, come grab my banner. It's, like, right over the box. I'm like, I can't see anything. That's probably the only thing that I'm frustrated with in UI sense.
I wish it didn't... You were the new kill leader, like, on top of everything.
Oh, I mean, it's at the very top though. It's not even like really in your ADS.
I don't want it anywhere on my screen.
That doesn't bother me.
Because when it moves, my eyes jump to it. Which, I mean, that's the whole point. It's like, hey, Reed, you're the kill leader. Congratulations. For me, I'm like, I'm looking for movement. Both my teammates are down. I'm on low health. I just cleared an entire squad. Cool, I'm the kill leader. I got better shit to worry about. I need to just...
Hey, man. This game isn't life or death for me, you know. I'm playing for fun. I like telling me how great I am.
Hey, I like when I see myself
especially
on the banner.
when it's like
I'm
you got 3 kills. I was playing with Tim and Derek, you know, the typical
squad.
menage a trois, and we were running, and then it's like new kill leader, you know, whatever. Watch out, the new kill leader, you know, keep an eye out. And it said that he had 3 kills, and Tim's like, what the fuck? I got 3 kills. Like, what the hell? And I just thought it was funny because, you know, old kill leader getting murdered by the guy that probably had the 3. I don't know.
Man, I'm excited for new stuff. Just keep giving it
new
Apex.
stuff.
I keep playing
everywhere.
So I'm gonna have to take a week off. It's gonna be hard. Come on back.
Oh, you're taking a week off of the whole game.
Well,
You're not packing the Xbox?
No, I ain't packing. I mean, technically Bethany's got an Xbox, but
you just log in.
What am I gonna hook up the Xbox and play Apex while I'm out there?
Is she gonna be at work ever?
Maybe. I think she's got training 2 days.
Oh well, yeah. Then log into your Xbox.
I mean, I could,
and then just download Apex if it's not downloaded. Bethany, download Apex, and then boom, you're playing. You got all your stuff saved. It's across the cloud.
If I'm gonna play, I'm gonna probably play my Switch, but really, I'm gonna probably be writing. If I have any downtime, it's writing.
That's probably for the best.
100%.
That's probably for the best.
Colorado?
I didn't know there was a choice. Dude, you have to fucking tell me. Dude, you have to fucking tell me.
I mean, she might come
Actually,
back.
dude, I didn't read the book, so.
I mean, she may come back. I might be sitting in a room. It just says like a line. All play makes friend a dull boy, and then I'm like in the bathroom. You see an axe come through the wall.
All right, no Apex makes Brendan.
All right, no Apex. Yep. See, maybe work on the Discord too. Yes,
Cole. I hear you there, dog.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna.
Literally wipe it.
Simplify it.
But wipe it first.
Wipe it
like
and then
just
simplify.
literally delete it. New account. I also think that we should put it on our page to like include that. Like just anyone can join.
Anyone think it's sacred? Vacay? I don't.
Vacay? What are you saying? Like
I don't get vacay.
You talking about writing?
I think
writing's like, a vacation. You
just
know?
like
it's a vacation
time.
enough. I mean, no one's forcing you to write. You're doing it because you like it.
I mean, on one hand, but it also is like,
talking about the script.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just like writing in general. Like
what
I enjoy writing.
Can you disclose to us what you're writing?
I'm working on a shorter novel than I have before to hopefully get it and be able to ship out.
This is separate novel from the. I remember you telling me.
So
about
I'm
this.
like, but on one hand, it's not like I love doing it, but on the other hand, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if I'm doing something that's not writing, or if I'm sitting and I'm watching TV, always in my head I'm like, you should just be writing, which is kind of like a work thing.
Because Bethany, if he found a gym out there, and you were to go to the gym, it's the same thing. It's like, you know, maybe if you're writing, maybe you're only writing and you're going to delete everything you wrote, but at least you wrote something. It's kind of like you want to be a better artist, draw every day. You want to be a better writer, write every day. So go out there, write. And then it's something that you can kind of look at as like just going to the gym. It's working. It's something I don't necessarily all in want to do, but you got to get it done.
Right.
You want to look like Zac Efron?
Of course I do.
You want to be the next Stephen King?
You know how many times I've watched the first Creed? I think like 3 times over the past like week. Because I'll just put it on, and there's
the first one.
Yeah, because it's on Plex.
Oh, okay. Well, because I got you this. I got you the second one. I thought maybe you were watching on your phone.
I'll be watching Creed. And I'll be like, man, this is a great movie. It's a great movie. And then there's a shot of him running with the mask,
Oh, dude, you have to in the gym
Come
that's
on!
like all dark. Like he's the only one in here. He's getting it in when you're not. And he's just boom, 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 boom.
And
You
it's
just
like
hear the
perfect,
boom, boom, boom,
and
boom,
it's just
boom.
like the mat. I'm just like,
And it's just like, and he's just his fucking eyes, dude, just straight focus.
And
It's
you
like,
just- I can
how
just-
do you hold focus that
I can
long?
just hear him whispering, "No one cared who I was till I put on the mask." God damn it! And I'm like, God damn it, Michael B. I cared. Let's
You're
go.
right. I've always cared. I still care. I also like that. He won't need a gym out here, dude.
Yeah. It's because the mountains will be a lot of hiking.
Yeah, that's right,
and
'cause
stuff.
the air.
Yeah, it's thinner out there, so
Yeah,
I'll be.
it's gonna be like wearing a mask.
100%.
Like your MBJ.
100%. I actually thought about getting a mask and walking.
Have you ever
running
tried
in it.
one of those?
No.
Motherfucker. One of my buddies bought one because he watched Creed.
Of course.
I took it to the gym one time. Well, he tried it. He's like, Stokes, dude, you gotta try this thing. Because after that, I found out it's because it's impossible to use. But he bought the one. Like he bought this. It was like $90. He's like his parents own a hospital in Dubai. Like he's well off.
Okay.
But he
Congrats.
Yeah, right. You won the living lottery.
Yep.
He gave it to me. I took it to the gym, dude. I almost literally passed out. I'm talking like 6 minutes.
Damn.
Because it was like sucking air through a straw.
Can you like change it?
You can.
Okay.
And I'm talking like
All the way
I'm
open,
like,
but
like I wanted the hole to be like like that, and it was like, nah, dude. There's no getting air in this bitch. Not at all. And I like it like when I finally was like I can't take it anymore, I just finished my gym sesh. I actually went back to my couch and I was like legit worried for myself because my heart was still beating so fast. I was like I oxygen deprived myself so much that I had to have like pumped adrenaline to my body so much because I was like, this is fucked. And I was like, I'm never using one of those again.
I've thought about-
it was scary and crazy.
when
Like,
I thought about when I get back from Colorado, setting up with like a trainer and like going in and being like, hey, we're doing this. I'm doing it for real. You just literally tell me what I need to do to get there.
at Planet Fitness?
Just finding something somewhere wherever I can find.
Well, the problem is trainers, dude, they're really, really expensive.
I know.
Like 4 sessions a month, $100 or $150. I mean, like it's like anywhere from $50 to $75 a session with people, and it's like I've worked out with 2 different trainers twice. Well, I had a boxing coach for a long time, but outside of that, it was just like I had the one, and he was always talking about how he hates peanut butter and like all these like random things. I was like, dude, I don't even care. Like, you're not a nutritional coach. That's not. I mean, bless him for trying to help as much as he wanted, but he was also like my age, which was really weird.
Yeah.
But then I had another guy who won Mr. Universe, Mr. Universe a couple times, and he was helping me out because he was a family friend, and it was something that, dude, I've never been more sore in my whole life. But he was like, yeah. So here's your meal plan, your this and that, your whatever. We're gonna get you here. We're gonna get you rep. That's my rate, and I was like, like, my dad actually offered to pay for all of it, and I was like, I will not let you pay that much for me to go to the gym. That is fucked up amount of money. Like, we're talking like $600 a month. I was like, that's ridiculous. Not a chance I'm going to do that.
I talked about buying the mask because Bethany's talking about that's what it's like when you first get out there because of the elevation. And I'm like, dude, maybe I should get the mask just so I can, we're going down the road and we're walking into stores and stuff. I don't want to get winded walking down the road.
But the mask would double down on that.
Well, like if I wore it here.
Oh, you were here first?
To go
That's
there.
a little late.
But
a little late now.
But I thought about it before. But I was like, they started looking at prices. Like, it's way too expensive for something like that. I thought the ones I was looking at. But anyway.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he paid a lot of money.
I've got a buddy who used to do personal training that works at Planet Fitness now. I don't know if he's just a trainer or he just works there.
Oh, the short Asian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he got pretty shredded.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah. So I'm.
But that wasn't at this one, was it?
It was
one. Because I actually. But he's not a trainer there.
No, but he was.
Because I've seen the trainers there. They're a bunch of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
I've watched him train people. I'm like, dude, you're fucking bad.
So, but I've thought about reaching out to him and be like, hey, I know you don't, because he used to have a business. I'm like, you don't have a business anymore, but you still have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Do you want to come? You want to come shred me out? I'm the clay. Make the model. You know.
Well, Brent, what we got to do is we got to get you a job at Apple. Get you a job at Apple with me.
Okay.
Schedules align.
Okay.
We can go to Planet Fitness in the mornings.
Okay.
You want a job at Apple?
I mean, if
Boom,
it's money, sure. Why not?
I think you swear it's money. One of the benefits, too, they pay you a good amount more, and it's part-time when you start.
You get in there, tell me how it is, we'll talk.
Everyone I've ever talked to in the whole world says it's perfect.
I mean, I do have to deal with Apple stuff then, which kind of sucks, but...
Would you rather deal with Apple stuff or Ben?
That's true. All right, the show's running long. I have to pee. I've had to pee for like 15 minutes.
I can't believe I didn't realize we kept it on.
My bad, guys. My bad. You guys have been awesome tonight. Really appreciate it. Wrapping up, just so you know, this will be the last show we have until next Wednesday for Talk Show.
We are talking 9 days.
Alec will be here on Friday playing games. Alec's going to try playing some RuneScape, see if people are into it, because I said if he gets it, people will like watching it. I'll come back and play with them, but I'll role play. It'll be like my own D&D. I'll pretend to be in character while doing it.
God damn it.
He seems excited. So Alec's going to be here on Friday. He's going to be playing games, but we won't do a talk show until next Wednesday because I'm out of town. But then next Wednesday, big talk show. Do you work? You don't work Wednesdays, right?
No, never.
Maybe we'll do a longer show. Because we got Endgame to talk about. We'll have Game of Thrones to talk about.
We'll schedule a longer show on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I come in at 1 a.m., but then I'm off all day. So we could maybe do like a 3-hour show or something.
I could do that.
But anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys are awesome. It's been a wonderful night. I'll see you in a little over a week. It's been real. You stepped over my line.
I know.
Now we got to redo.
Okay.
It's been real. Thank you. Jeez, you just ruined it. Jeez.